when I was almost ready to give up hope.
That's why I'm here, to do this with you. I have your back.
Show your brother how it's done today, huh?
Yeah. I've been on a steady incline. I'm definitely doing a lot better than my brother.
But he's gonna take 100 grand from you if it keeps up like this.
He's still ugly, though.
Yeah, I can always get plastic surgery.
You're gonna need it.
Now I have to do a watercolor tattoo. I hate watercolor.
You could take some of these pieces that you have that are splattery, and I would just tail up. I'm the watercolor specialist.
That's cool.
Of course, they wouldn't give me your tattoo.
See, I do watercolors. This is how you do it, blah, blah, blah. I'm saving this tattoo.
Just kind of like edge that. That's usually what I do to get that nice, like, drippier look.
Kyle, let's start with you.
I like the composition of this. The ingenuity shows here by constructing the bouquet out of the crystals. And what speaks to me here is the quality of color application and the quality of line work. Clean is clean, and this is clean.
Thank you.
All right, guys, who had the best tattoo of the day?
For me, Kyle's tattoo. Good color play, it's crisp, it's clear. I go with Kyle.
Tiffer got handed the worst collection of elements to create this line, and I see ingenuity there. My vote's for Tiffer.
My vote's for Kyle.
Yeah, bro. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Kyle.
Great skull picking.
Jimmy.
It's a smart play because it's nothing symmetrical. The shape of the tortoise shell on the kneecap is what lends itself to making this a good design. The tortoise shell is not perfect. It can sit awkwardly on that ball of the kneecap. That's the part where placement is a smart play here.
It's a cute little tattoo, man.
No background, smart move.
That's wicked, brah.
I do freehand tattoos all the time back home. Watch out for the eagle. And one of my favorite things to do is American bald eagles.
Just make sure it's not too black, you know?
I didn't match Kristen in the last challenge, but I showed them that I'm not a one-trick pony, that I can do black and gray, but my heart is in traditional.
Okay, make sure every line is perfect on this.
I got this clean. I'm gonna kill this tattoo. I bang this out back home in 2 hours.
Kyle.
I like the face on this a lot. You draw a nice eagle head. The problem with this tattoo for me is just the line weight. It's so heavy and so bold, and then it's got this thin line on it. This thing needs to be heavier.
But I like the big, heavy, peppery shading you have throughout. Drawn on an eagle like this, you did a great job laying out the illustration.
Jimmy.
It's like Oliver.
Just makes you happy looking at it.
Everybody felt something. That's what art should do. And that also is a fundamental. Good, strong, bold outlines and heavy legibility, equally good, strong fundamentals for good tattooing. This has a lot of the nuts and bolts. Aha.
I need to crush this today. I need to let everybody know in the house that this wasn't even a competition.
What's your favorite style of tattoo?
This right here.
Portraits?
Do it all the time.
If there was a dictionary definition of a one-trick pony, it would have a picture of Jesse Smith. He might think that he went out and practiced portraits, but he just walked into a viper's den full of people who are killer at portraits.
The trickiest part is just like all these little subtle wrinkles and stuff.
Good.
Gonna be pretty rad.
Christian.
As far as capturing a likeness, you really get the personality and the look of this person. You cut down on the number of wrinkles, but kept the direction and the flow of the wrinkles just right. Smart choices on how to interpret what's in the real photo.
The actual way that you do the hair coming over that right ear, perfect. It's beautiful because her hair is really white and light over that ear. You nail it. This was a great attention to detail. You're definitely ahead of the curve when it comes to portraits.
All right, guys, now it's time to determine a win for today.
Most of the people in the room did a great job capturing the likeness. The ones that stand out the most, obviously, Sausage, Christian, and Jesse. Jesse gave him a run for the money, for sure.
Christian and Sausage, that's the fight at hand here today for me. The JFK is incredible, but I look at the accuracy of the shading in Christian's tattoo. That's pretty amazing.
Final decision. Ollie?
Just on precision alone, Christian.
I vote for Christian.
Going with Christian.
It's unanimous. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Christian. Christian, let's start with you, bud. So the judges assigned you American traditional.
Well, you know, he's a super patriotic guy, so we wanted to convey that, and, you know, just really wanted to put a lot of strength into it, and that's where the eagle came in, not to mention a little bit of redemption there. And the gypsy was kind of just to show, you know, to look to the future and never back. And we really wanted something that was super strong and powerful, and I'm super proud of this thing.
Badass, dude.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, man.
Christian, I gotta say, man, for this challenge of hitting American traditional, you killed it. This is probably the best American traditional tattoo we've seen in this competition so far. I love the size. I love how bold it is. I love the look. I love the imagery. I think that this is a tattoo from here across the room, looks badass.
Chris. What do you think, huh?
Well, Christian, I really love what you did here, too. I love the fit of this tattoo. I can see it across the room. It's beautiful. The details are perfect. It's tough. It's bulletproof. It says Americana. And the real way that you have that cuts across the chest, the eagle, and then that beautiful fit of the gypsy head in the center adorns his body beautifully. Thank you.
All right, Christian, thanks, pal. Christian, you're up first. Come on over.
I wanted something that was really dark and beautiful, and this is based on a classic ballet. It's about a young girl who is chosen by her tribe as a sacrifice, and she dances herself to death for the god of spring. So I thought it might be something you dig.
Rite of spin, right? Stravinsky?
Yes,
Nice.
Christian, I really love this tattoo, man. It is beautiful. It tells a wonderful story. It has dark imagery, but it also has beautiful details. I love the combination of the black and gray with the color background. I think there's some areas where your color got away from you a little bit, but the details and the smoothness of this, nobody can touch you on that.
Thank you.
Chris, your thoughts?
Christian, I think the juxtaposition between the black and gray and the color is really nice. I also love the way that you have the silhouetted figures dancing behind to make those roses come forward. It's really great play with dark and light. I think you did great.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much.
You're on boots next, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do her shirt and boots, finish the rest of the water.
The Cool Kids Club is scrambling and struggling for their lives, and we're sitting here on Easy Street.
That looks sharp.
Dude, this thing's just coming together. Just coming together.
Black Cobra did a good job. They gave the worst skull picks to the Alliance. The veterans are gonna take control of this thing. This Cool Kids Club is in a little more trouble than they realize.
Basilica tattoo.
I like the perspective on the tattoo. I think overall the composition is great.
It's a really cute face. I love the detail in the shirt. I love the background and the foreground with this fish. This is what I expected to see.
Thank you.
Nice job. All right, Chris, it's time to announce Tattoo of the Day. As far as I'm concerned, there's two really standout tattoos, Black Cobra and Basilica.
I gotta be honest, if Basilica punched in the color the way Black Cobra did, that's bulletproof tattooing.
But I would argue that the proportions in Basilica are more spot on.
Yes.
My vote is for Basilica.
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna go Basilica because of the proportion.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Basilica. Chris, how's Basilica doing over there?
Basilica is doing amazing over here right now. Christian is killing it. Cameraman, come on over here. Let America see what's going on in here. Christian, while they're taking a look at that, tell me what you're doing.
This is actually we wanted to do black and gray, of course, because that's my favorite thing in the world, and we're doing the creation of Adam. It's God's hands molding Adam out of clay, and we thought, you know, what's more appropriate than doing the beginning of creation for an art competition?
Well, you seem to be the creator of the real tempo of how these competitions start. When you came in, the veterans were here, you rallied against them. Now you're a veteran. What's the plan this time? What was your mindset?
Well, I mean, you know, I'm always going to adjust my strategy to whatever the opposition is doing. And this time I got lucky enough to bring somebody I totally trusted. So we came into the house, we saw what was going on with the Cool Kids Club thing.
Yeah.
And we just realized it wasn't going to be that hard to beat them because they were just trying to take a page out of my old playbook.
Damn.
Didn't work.
Wow. Christian, I got to chime in here. So taking out the Cool Kids Club was more important than taking out your arch nemesis Clean, is that right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I wasn't trying to take out Clean at all, man. I wanted to face him up here in the finale. I wish he was sitting next to me right now so I could take him out in front of the whole world.
Wow, Clean. How do you respond to that?
I'm just gonna say, you know, I wish me and Aaron were sitting up there. And I want Christian to know that I'll go head to head with him any day of the week. I'll go head to head with any of these guys. Anytime, any place, you name it. You call it, anytime.
Basilica, come on down. Let's take a look at this. Holly, what do you think?
Well, Christian, it's definitely apparent that black and gray is still your strong point. A lot of really, really smooth, soft transitions, a lot of nice gray shading, really flows well with the body. I think that the story of the body being molded out of clay might be a little bit hard to translate, but you definitely see that something surreal is going on here. The background being so soft against, you know, the very crisp and clean outlines. It has a lot of contrast. You can definitely see the figure in there. I think it's a really nice tattoo, man.
Nice job, guys. Thank you.
I want to prove that not only should I have won the first time, but that the two of us together are an unstoppable team and we should win this time.
Here we have the Eve piece, so she's a little bit softer, she's a little bit more innocent.
I would rock that tattoo in a heartbeat, for sure.
This would be Lilith. We wanted her to be a little bit darker because Lilith was Adam's first wife. And she, in some legends, was the one who posed as the serpent to trick Eve into eating the apple, and thus the fall of man.
Pretty sick.
Badass, man. I'm ready.
Okay, Basilica, you're up next.
We wanted to do the story of Lilith, which legend has it was Adam's first wife, and she rebelled against God and Adam, and she ended up becoming the mother of demons, so that's her little babies down there, and supposedly God kills 100 of her children every day. We thought it was a dark and twisted story, and we just liked it. Yeah.
Oliver, what are your thoughts on Basilica?
Well, I think it's a very dynamic piece. It is very large. You can read it from all the way from over here. I think the dynamics and the anatomy of the owl really stand out. I think the owl is the shining piece in this tattoo. It's very crisp, it's very detailed, it looks great. It really stands out of what it's supposed to be. I think the anatomy in the girl, some questionable areas in the length of her shoulder from behind her hair to her elbow, and then how long her forearm is. But the hands do look very nice. The shading and the light sourcing you have created a lot of contrast, and it's very legible, and a lot of really, really smooth gray, which is y'all's specialty. So I think that, you know, in this black and gray tattoo, you played your strengths and you did a great job.
Well, guys, I agree with Oliver 100% on the owl. I love the owl. I think you guys really, really capture the look of it, the motion, the flow. What happens in this tattoo is the owl and the girl, her figure, her head, really combine together and show a lot of detail and work. When you get lower, it's a lot simpler towards the base, and I feel like the babies, especially the right side coming over the back hip of the girl, you guys kind of don't get enough time, or you don't have enough ability to get in there and detail that out as much as the rest of the tattoo. So that's really the only issue, is the tattoo's beautiful.
Nice job, guys. I love the tattoo. I love what you did with the background up at the top there to give it that biblical feel. So it really does tell the story of Lilith, and a lot of people don't know that story. So it proposes a question, and it gives you a hell of an answer. Thanks, guys. Sad to say it, Basilica, you do not have what it takes to be Master Shop. But before you take a seat, you also completed a 35-hour color Master Canvas, and in seasons past, we've missed seeing those. I want to see it. Is that cool with you guys? Man.
All right, guys. This is a really beautiful tattoo. I think the detail on this snake is some of the best we've seen. The belly twists and turns are amazing. I really like the rich skin tone you use in this. It brings this thing to life. I will say that the top seems a little unfinished. It'd be very interesting to see how this stood up to the other color tattoos, man. Unfortunately, Christian, third place again, my friend.
Hey, man, it happened. We still made it up here.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, man.
We got a lot on the line with this one, trying to settle up with Queen. So what I want to do is kind of beat him in his own game. New school, big, bold, bright colors. I thought a really cool vampire girl.
It's rad. I love it. Yeah.
We're going to settle it once and for all, and I think taking him out on new school, that's going to put the nail in the coffin.
Hell yeah.
This isn't just about shutting cleanup. It's about proving to everybody that I can tattoo anything you throw at me.
Christian, come on up and let's take a look at your master canvas. This is it, buddy. Reveal the tattoo. Christian, what was your plan here?
I really just wanted to do something that nobody was gonna expect from me. Everybody thinks I'm a one-trick pony, black and gray realism. Clean tried to sabotage me, but it really kind of backfired because I was planning on doing something that he wouldn't expect either. I think this has a ton of layers. I think there's all kinds of different elements in it. I did stuff in and out of focus. This thing's wall-to-wall color. This is not a typical Christian tattoo, but it shows you I'll do anything.
Yes, it does. Super impressive, dude.
Thank you.
I didn't see that coming.
This is my chance to show the other team, the haters, the talkers, why I am an ink master. It's a very risky move, but it shows a lot of balls. We don't give a what they do. I'm happy as a pig in. I'm known for tattooing dead stuff, bloody, gory, demon-like. I mean, this is the best stuff I do. I'm really super happy about this.
Everything you do is a horror flick. Who here does horror? Point to Steve.
Steve.
I like the way you layer. You can see it in the undertones. You do a really dark area almost to feel the black, but then you still get this darker layer behind it where you really add the texture and you really make those little pits.
The real look of depth you get in the eye socket in the back of the mouth really make this thing stand out. We're looking for texture. This is texture.
Jesse and Steve, you guys have the top 2 tattoos. The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Steve.
Good job, bud.
What happened to the chip?
He's covered in black and gray. I said, I can do new school, but look at my portfolio, what do you think? Now that I got my human canvas in a different direction, I'm feeling good. I'm spending a ton of time on the hair to show super dimension. They want detail, they want line work, they want shadows. I'm doing everything I can do to show that I'm an ink master. That's gonna be badass.
Yeah. Steve.
This tattoo is solid. It has all the right skin breaks. This is what I want to see.
This one's much better than the last one.
The detail is unbelievable. The way the shoulder is turned and you kept it light up in the front, you really got dimension.
This is exactly why I am the way I am. When I give you so much, it's because you can do this.
Maybe some of my ideas don't work as well as others, but some of them you just have such a solid idea and it works.
Great job.
Thank you.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Steve.
This tattoo could have won many different challenges here in this competition. This thing is really strong. The detail is great. The heavy black makes this thing really stand out. Very, very nice tattoo, man.
Thank you.
King Mo, choose your artist.
Sebastian, we rolling together, boy. We about to win.
Scott, you had number 2. Go ahead and pick an artist.
From Pittsburgh, I'm gonna get tattooed by someone from Pittsburgh. I'm gonna pick Sarah.
All right, man.
Number 3 was Charlie.
I'm a little deflated. Sarah was gonna be my pick. I'm gonna pick Tattoo Baby. With the excitement that she shows about tattooing and how she feels about my design, I feel good about it.
And obviously that means Marcus, you had number 4. Here was Steve.
My number 1 choice was Sebastian. Steve's gonna have to be on his A game because I tackle him. Let's go make the money.
To not be picked before the other 3, me. You know, I'm pissed. I put the stencil on Marcus, and I realized his back is so big, it actually eats the bottom of the tattoo right up. I gotta go bigger. I'm feeling a lot of pressure. The clock started. I'm worried that we're not gonna get through this thing. I'm gonna need every minute I can get.
How you feeling, Marcus?
This would be tough, man. I think I'm getting old and soft.
Need a break, let me know.
No, we good.
Ready to rock.
Steve is my man. We were meant to work together. Team Steve. I'm the captain of the Team Steve, man.
I'm on my A game with this tattoo. I got dimension, I got black and gray. It's big, it's clean, it's mean looking. I'm pretty confident that I'm definitely going to the finale.
Steve, let's start with you. You got picked last. I mean, that had to hurt.
Doesn't bother me at all. Maybe I come off a little more stern, but I'm okay with that.
You did a big tattoo. You accomplished a lot of work in the time given. It's super clean. Your line work is great. The black is solid. The grays are smooth. All the detail. As far as working with dark skin, you did a great job. The amount of detail you put in here versus the size of the tattoo, very readable.
This lower section is dark enough to make the figure stand out, but it doesn't scream cover up. It's exactly the right amount of use of dark where you still know that there's nothing peeking or lurking underneath there. You did a badass face, you did really nice hair. I believe the wind's blown and I believe this guy's in motion. Technically speaking, you knocked this one out of the park.
Thank you.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Steve. You earned it, man.
Picked last.
You didn't get picked at all, man. You just got left
How bad
up.
is that?
You just got left
America's
up.
gonna vote me off now.
That means that you made it to the finale.
To know that after 12 weeks that I'm definitely going to the finale is incredible. Definitely go big or go home. I want to show that I can do a beautiful portrait down to as creepy and as dark as you want to go and make them blend in the transition and be beautiful.
Ready to rock?
Let's do this.
Well, here we go. This is it. Let's see what the judges think.
Let's do it.
Steve, you're up first. Mr. Peck.
Steve, this is a big, impressive tattoo. Lots of smooth grays, and as always, the black is super dark and saturated. Very, very technically sound. Very impressive. Although, there are a few design elements that I was not really in love with. The shape of the top of the skull, where it goes into the girl's shoulders, you lose what would have been the natural shape of the skull. Instead of letting the girl be higher and finish off the shape of what that skull would be, the skull kind of just goes thinner into the shape of her, and it kind of, I think it loses what the skull should be a little bit. But, and so heavily dark black at the bottom, you got all the light gray at the top, it gives it a little bit of an unfinished feel for me just in the glow around the top. That being said, like, do you think you used your time wisely? You had 24 hours. Could you have used more time? Would you have wanted more? Do you feel like this thing is completely finished?
I feel like it's finished. I nailed it exactly the way I want it to look. I wanted to show contrast because I got yelled at my contrast tattoo. I wanted to show everything that I do well. I think the shoulders show this part of the skull instead of the full part. I didn't want to go too high up on his neck. I love it. It's me. It's his personality and mine together. I think I love it.
Well, that being said, the contrast is aces on this thing, man.
Thank you.
Really,
Thanks, Oliver. Mr. Nunez.
Steve, the layering on this thing's incredible.
Thank
you know, you were able to go in and create different layers of black to gray and show a great transition. This is your style. When you worked with Sebastian, when you guys actually did the board together, you guys morphed things one to the other, one to the other. And we know that this is where you come from. If we're gonna give you free reign, this is where you're gonna go. I think it's an impressive tattoo for 24 hours.
Thank you.
I would like to see a little more detail on the top of the aura just to balance out. But overall, man, 24-hour tattoo, great job.
Thanks.
Badass, Steve. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
Sarah, Steve, every drop of ink you have ever applied was all building towards this moment. The judges have decided. Steve, you do have what it takes to be Ink Master. Since you're the masters, we're pushing your skills to the limit. For this tattoo, you must freehand your design directly onto your canvas's skin without a stencil.
What?
What?
Freehanding tattoos on the skin is insane. To show proportion, usually you have a reference and you stencil it, that way it's perfectly proportioned. To freehand it, ups the game so much. Right, measure the bottom. It's a little over 2 fingers, 2.5 fingers. That's why I wanted to draw it like this, so I know, see? A portrait is literally the hardest thing to freehand.
Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. These are great, amazing artists that have won Ink Master, so who knows who's gonna win?
Look at the on the right-hand side glass on the stage piece. We're gonna do every single line.
No.
People from the Dream Team were coming over here being like, he's old and he's a dinosaur. This is about to whip all y'all asses.
The other teams can say what they want about Steve, but at the end of the day, they don't know what they're with.
Coaches, today the fate of your team was completely in your hands. Let's see how you did. Steve, let's start with you. Very smart play using anatomy as a way to show proportion. Anything that's remotely off, anatomically speaking, is gonna scream lack of proportion.
That hand out in front of the face and the glasses, the pipe, the hand holding it, keep proportion and tell exactly what's going on. It really played well.
Thank you so much.
It was awesome watching him draw this.
Did you guys help him do all those lines that don't line up?
Are you talking? Because we were talking.
On the glasses, there's lines that didn't line up. On the cuff, there's lines that overlap, underlap. In the ear, there's lines that go right straight through it.
If somebody could draw a portrait on skin and knock it out like that, I'm listening. Until I see that.
It's time to pick a winner. Judges, who had the best tattoo of the day?
Playing smart and doing realistic proportions that everybody can see from across the room and know that it looks right was the way to hit the challenge.
Proportion next to proportion. Your hand and apple for me, hit it. His eyes next to his glasses, next to his nose, next to his mouth, next to his hand, next to his pipe, hit it. The old man out-thunk him, and Steve takes it.
I go with Steve.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Steve.
Yeah!
All right. Yeah, Steve, boy. That means, Team Steve, you are safe from elimination.
Yes. We are stress-free right now. Steve kicked ass.
Yo, Chris, what's going on over there?
Steve's over here doing a snake. Come in here and check this out. Steve's got some really bright contrasting colors, but more than all, Steve is showing off his style, a la Steve. Talk to me a little bit about this neo-traditional choice, which is off the beaten path for a guy like you.
Well, I thought DJ thought it would throw me off doing a snake, and I'm here to push myself like I pushed my team all season.
Rolly, you could attest to that. You got pushed all season by Steve. How did that feel?
Man, you know, I have the ultimate respect for Steve. I fought hard. I did what I had to do. I have better application than both of these dudes, and I deserve to be here.
Wow.
You definitely had to earn that spot, man. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you, man.
It's time to hear what the judges think about these master face-off tattoos. Steve, get on up here.
In true Teft fashion, you got to sneak a little bit of evil in there, and I really like it, man. A lot of detail. The head of the snake looks really tough. You got the horns on it. You've got a really cool pattern underneath the color. A lot of really fine details, smooth color blending. Very legible as to what direction the snake is going in and out behind the hand.
It's a killer tattoo.
Thank you.
I love how it sits on the body. My only critique, if I had one, which I do, is that where the bloody hand meets with the snake, you got red against red. Might have a little bit of legibility issue there.
Well, it's a bright pink, so it will really lighten up.
Up against these two guys, they did something with an open color palette. I think you went a little bit darker on yours, but the hot and cold juxtaposition does play well for itself.
One thing I love about your tattooing, no matter what style you're hitting, you still are able to put your stamp on it, and I think that's the mark of a true artist, man. Really good.
All right, Steve, thank you, man.
Go, bro. I'm the OG of Ink Master. I was underestimated all season long. I proved that I'm a fighter. The demon sucks the souls out of people, eats them, wanted to do me.
Hey, King of Horror's got to do what he's got to do, man.
I mean, this thing's gonna be sick.
All right, Steve, you're up first.
All right, let's see that head tat.
All right. Tell us about your tattoo, man.
Shape of the head, I just wanted something that flowed a lot. I wanted this thing readable from 10 feet away. And everywhere you look at it, I wanted you to see something different.
It's really dynamic. It really fits the shape of the head. You got a lot of detail in there.
You always are able to show off with texture. You're able to show off with the depth of shading that you get in your tattoos. One of my favorite parts is the bottom with the little demon face that you have down there. That rich black really pumps out off the light grays.
There's no denying this is a badass tattoo. Great
Thank you,
job.
man.
Thank you, man.
I definitely feel like I got a second chance to prove that I have what it takes to be here. I'm not willing to let that slip away.
Today, you must each work with a guest artist and tattoo their design.
Oh God, tattooing other people's art can sometimes be a nightmare. Sometimes you're stuck doing a bad tattoo.
Let's meet your guest artists and your canvases. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome, and thank you so much for being here. Approximately 400,000 Americans have Down syndrome. Down syndrome is the most commonly occurring chromosomal condition that occurs when a person has an extra copy of chromosome 21. Individuals with Down syndrome experience cognitive delays, but the effect is usually mild to moderate and is not an indicator of the many strengths and talents each individual possesses. For some, art is one of those talents. Each of today's guest artists with Down syndrome has brought a loved one with them who wants their artwork tattooed on them forever.
This is my son, Jay, and I'm here today for him. He said it was his wish come true. Craig.
He's a fan of Craig.
There's times where you question, are we really doing something that somebody really wants to have for the rest of their life? And this is one of those moments that you don't even have to ask any questions. This is why I'm a tattoo artist. I just want to do something really special.
I like it.
I like it too. I think we did a good job.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Time's up. Machines down. No more ink.
Just like something he would do.
Thank you for hanging out today. Can I give you a hug?
Craig and Jay. So Jay, when you picked your skull and you saw Craig was your artist, you seemed very happy about that.
My friend, my guy.
He's your guy?
Yeah.
Did you tell Craig you wanted bright colors? It's a really bright tattoo. I think it stands out. I love the little details in the faces and the fingers. I think it's very cool. Good job.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome.
Craig.
The little details you put in here, the precise, fine lines you put in, the strands of those muscles, and the way you followed it with the shading, it's really nice.
This is what you guys are competing against. And this is what we compare all of your muscle tissue to. At the end of the day, this is what you're fighting, not me.
This week's challenge was precision. We did anatomical tattoos. Saw some stuff that looked really anatomically correct. Craig's was a great example of precision.
Craig brought such dynamic details into this very simple muscle. That's what really impresses me.
That's one of the tops of day, in my opinion, too. He paid attention to small details and got it right.
Today, you needed the precision of a surgeon to create realistic anatomical tattoos. The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Craig.
We felt like you did the best job. The color, how it popped out, all the way to the detail.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.
For this flash challenge, we have a special group of canvases for you. Each of today's canvases has suffered a severe injury. Wow. You will have to transform their gnarly scars into phenomenal tattoos.
The hardest part about working with scars is that you're not tattooing regular skin that is smooth. You could break the skin, traumatize it more. It's tough.
Damn, brother, you all right? That's big. That's good there.
My biggest competition in this flash challenge is definitely Craig. He incorporated his scarf into the actual tattoo.
I have what it takes to be an ink master because I am versatile. I've definitely not settled on just being a great new school tattoo artist.
Craig,
How did you guys come up with this concept?
I thought that if I could somehow incorporate the dog biting me, it kind of saved me a lot of explaining to do.
I would never know there's any scar tissue there because what Craig did was enhance it.
The dog is where you displayed your talents in this challenge, using your light grays and dark grays and blacks to really give this the value and the richness that what we're looking for. Did a great job.
Thank you.
Craig is definitely proving to be a big threat in this competition.
You guys started out in Georgia, right?
I started in '95, and honestly, I had a lot of difficulty finding placement in life. I've been in trouble all of my life. Finding tattooing just been the only escape from trouble that I've had. 2 kids tried to rob me in front of my house, and I got shot. Bullet went through my hip and my spine. Getting shot was like the least of my concerns. The only thing I really cared about was I going to be able to tattoo. My doctor told me, like, you're lucky. I was in the hospital for like 3 days. Got back to work within 4 days. I definitely feel like I got a second chance to prove that I have what it takes to be here. I'm not willing to let that slip away.
Craig, the crosshair pattern with these circles sits nicely on the body, and I just think it's one of the more creative conceptual ideas that we've seen today.
I wasn't planning on going home today.
Overall, man, the circles with the plane coming out of the circles gives it a very cool, old war and propaganda feel. It shows a lot of artistic creativity. This is a very competitive, strong way to come out and try to play the game.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we've seen 11 artists go head-to-head. Time to debate an overall win of the day.
I really think Eric's tattoo was perfect application throughout, great composition. Vote for Eric.
Eric's application is beautiful, but Craig really, really hit it out of the park in composition. Really took a swing for the fences, and I'm definitely with Craig.
Just in terms of overall creativity, I'm voting for Craig. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Craig. In this flash challenge, you must tattoo a barcode.
The lines are right next to each other, so if you have one line with a little jaggy part in it, right away, you're gonna see it.
Let's go meet your canvases.
So put the boxes in the middle of the room.
For today's flash challenge, you've each been randomly assigned a human canvas. But first, there's one other detail I left out. We're giving you new tattoo machines. All right. Thank you. There is a catch. You must assemble your machine and use it to tattoo your barcode.
We're gonna build them?
No way.
As artists, you should understand the mechanics of your tools. Craig.
It really shows that the machine was running right for you. You were able to use not only very fine lines, but thicker lines.
You sculpted out your letters and numbers, and they look really super tight.
Thank you.
I would love to see something that Craig can't do. He's definitely the #1 runner right now.
Today, we pushed your limits. Not only did we ask you to assemble your own tattoo machine, but you also had to tattoo the ultimate test of line. The judges have decided that the winner of today's flash challenge is Craig. You will have the power to assign all human canvases for the elimination tattoo.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I'm here for a reason, because I want to prove to everybody that I can be the next Ink Master. I'm very confident. There's nothing wrong with being cocky. Right now, it's all about winning.
This week, we're testing your use of value. There is no better way to measure value than with a black and gray Day of the Dead tattoo. Let's meet your canvases. Tattoo Baby, you won the Flash Challenge. You now have the power to assign all of the human canvases. Choose wisely.
I want new school female, pigtails, old Western style.
He wants it new school. I am like, damn, that's the one I want.
Jimmy.
I'm gonna hook that thing up. Tattoo Baby throws me a bone. This one is awesome. I feel like I could really start to shine. What do you think?
I love it.
Good. The canvas that I got actually let me draw my style of artwork. I'm finally doing a new school tattoo.
I like her tattoo, too. That's a good touch. Banging this out.
Jimmy.
It's pretty sad that on Black and Gray Challenge, one of the best tattoos of the day is a new school tattoo without color in it.
My favorite part of the tattoo is the little sugar skull on the shoulder. That is awesome.
You showed that you know how to get different values out of black and a lot of smooth transitions.
It's those little areas of greatness that give us the full confidence to go, this guy knows his
Appreciate you guys' time.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Jimmy.
Congratulations, man. You came out and you showed how versatile you are. Really nice job.
Thank you.
I'm liking this.
After getting hit so hard on doing an animated style, I'm definitely going to keep this more on what I would consider a traditional style pinup.
It's not an over thought out pinup.
And tell me how many you've seen like this.
Definitely stands out in the crowd, that's for sure.
Jimmy.
You know, overall, I think you did a great job. She's cute. The outfit, the detail in the shirt is awesome with the wrinkles.
This position, very, very hard to pull off. It's easy to make a girl look believable and cute when you show every shape of the body and the shoulders and everything, but the fact that she has no neck, the fact that her hands actually cross the barrier of being in front of her face, proportionally, it's totally believable. You really did a good job with it.
Today, we tested your ability to use proportion to make pinup tattoos insanely hot. One of you wowed us, but 3 of you were less than perfect. The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Jimmy.
You guys, the different tricks that you pulled off are what we're looking for when we're looking for somebody to hold the title of Ink Master.
Thank you.
Artists, today you must help these families and veterans on their road to healing by engraving an item that's an emblem of military service. Dog tags.
It's one of those things that people are really proud to wear, but the reason why you have to wear them definitely carries a dark side to it. It's going to be a pretty emotional day, I think.
My son Jordan was a United States Marine, and he was killed by a suicide bomber. The truck exploded, and Jordan and his comrade were killed instantly.
As a parent, I can't even handle my kid getting a boo-boo. I cannot fathom what you guys have to go through. You know, your loved and lost, something like this. So. May I please see your coin so I can see some details into that? There's like a little cross on the back of this coin that they gave out to honor his son who gave his life.
It's a little bit different than working on flesh.
Yeah, a lot different. You know what, Christopher, I can't thank you enough for being a part of this thing. It was such an honor and a pleasure to meet you.
I want to give this to you, and I want you to give this to your son.
Oh, no way.
I do.
It was pretty moving. It was pretty powerful. I'm definitely going to go home and present it to my son and pass the story along to him.
Hey, Jimmy. Chris, what did you ask Jimmy to do here?
I asked Jimmy to try and evoke a couple images my son Jordan represents.
I think this is really cool. Putting this little eagle on that little dog tag, something that you can describe of your son, and for him to bring that out, and then also put the Navy symbol on there to commemorate the medal he received. I think it's really awesome.
It's really nicely done. I know you'll never forget this moment.
Never.
We really appreciate you coming and sharing with us.
Jimmy, the gentleman who lost his son.
That eagle with that 33 is such a strong, bold image, and it's very well done.
Jimmy's work on this artistically was so precise and deliberate and very tight, and he used a lot of finesse to do those tiny little details that really look great.
The judges have decided that the winner of today's Flash Challenge is Jimmy.
Jimmy, artistically speaking, man, it was a lot of work that you put in a short amount of time. Great job.
Holy, that scar is gnarly. My canvas, he's got a 1-inch scar. It runs right through the area that we need to tattoo. I've got an extra challenge now. I had a couple ideas until I seen that scar. If I run a line that's directly over top of that, you run the risk of that whole scar turning that same tissue. So you basically definitely have to finesse. It's gonna be super difficult. I feel like I just screwed myself. One of my first instincts was to try to design something that could go around the scar, but it wasn't what he was asking for. So I'm gonna use finesse and just hide it within the wings. And working with this scar is tripping me out.
Oh, there's a scar there?
When he shaved his head, dude, it's like...
Oh, wow.
There's no room for mistakes right now. I have to be 100% on point.
Artists, today you had to show your ability to use finesse by tattooing a challenging part of the body, the head. Jimmy, let's start with you. How was this for you, tattooing the head?
It was awesome until he came back and he had about a 1-inch scar just right from where the eagle's head starts all the way back wrapping around.
Excellent job tattooing over the scar. The way you were able to seamlessly blend over the top of it, it really hides the fact that the scar is even there at all. As far as how the eagle fits the head, I like the wings and the eagle head and the beak and everything looks very cool, but I just think it's a little bit strange how his leg kind of just tucks in right there.
Tucking it under the ear, you shorted yourself on the composition. I'd like to see the other claw. If you could have fit that other claw in, it would have just made it so much more dynamic.
Today, we asked you to show your ability to use finesse by tattooing your canvas's head. 2 of you did incredible tattoos and are 1 step closer to the live finale. Jimmy, Joey, the judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Jimmy.
Thank you.
You and Joey both did great tattoos. You showed us a little bit more wow factor. It was bolder and cleaner with the line work.
The application, nobody can deny, is just clean, solid, tight tattooing.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
You are about to be faced with the most intense tattooing situation of the competition. You must tattoo a design created by one of the guest judges that you've met. The designs have been handpicked by Chris and Oliver to test your specific weakness.
I'm bricks right now. Everybody knows that you're gonna have to bring your A game on this one.
Jimmy, your design was designed by Chewy Quintanar. We want to see you keeping this as true to the LA style as you can. Nice, fine line, very soft grays. When he did do black and gray, it was still new school without color. We want to see something different from Jimmy. We know you can do what you do. We don't care about that right now.
But that's just the beginning. It's gonna take more than that to earn your spot in the live finale. Let's bring out your next round of canvases.
What?
Your second canvas is the ultimate opportunity to show us why you deserve to be in the live finale. This canvas is completely open for whatever design you want to tattoo.
That's awesome.
Immediately following your 3-hour tattoo, you will have 6 hours to tattoo the design of your choice on your canvas. Your time starts now.
For the first tattoo, all 4 of these designs are going on one canvas all at the same time. For the artist, it's crazy being in that close quarters. You don't have room to breathe. Your competitor is right at your shoulder.
Bonding time. Yeah, to the extreme.
It's potentially the most intense thing that's happened on Ink Master.
You ready?
I'm here for a reason, because I want to prove to everybody that I can be the next Ink Master. I'm very confident. There's nothing wrong with being cocky. Right now, it's all about winning.
That's freaking awesome.
I have a pretty good game plan going into this tattoo. I'm gonna give this guy a Space Girl pinup.
Go big or go home, right?
That's what I'm planning on. I'm known for doing this style of tattooing.
How about that?
All I have to do is just bring my A game and execute it well. You ready?
Jimmy.
The main thing that I wanted to see from you in this challenge is something different. Every challenge you've done throughout the weight, there was always that little bit of your own flavor in there. So I wanted to see none of your own style in this tattoo. That being the goal, I think you hit it. The way you used very minimal line work and used your shading off of that line work to build the structure, that's the way this West Coast black gray style is. This is a big notch in your belt today.
Let's move along to your artist's choice canvas. This is beautiful. She's adorable.
Without that Chewy tattoo, you might have been still stuck in that pigeonhole. In the end, you did something that's 100% you.
It was more of a safer route. I felt comfortable with it. This is the tattoo that's supposed to take us to $100,000.
Overall, you as a competitor, you came and you competed and you delivered exactly what you had to deliver to make sure that they have to fight to stay.
Thanks, guys.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Jimmy.
The juxtaposition between the fine line black and gray and your new school style, it really showed that you are versatile.
Congratulations, Jimmy. This means that you have secured your spot in the live finale.
I won't let you guys down. I promise. I'm gonna bring it. I think we got a winner. I am doing a battle royale. It's basically an eagle, a dragon, and a snake battling it out in a fight to the death.
So badass. I want you to win more than anything.
It's the perfect tattoo that symbolizes me being in this competition. Take a look at that and tell me what you think, buddy. This tattoo is going to secure me the win. Being able to draw something super creative definitely gives me advantage.
That is freaking amazing.
I don't feel like Tattoo Baby or Joey can do what I do.
You're unbelievable.
Jimmy, you're up next. Let's bring out your master canvas. Wow. Let's hear from Oliver.
Well, Jimmy, y'all all did really big, really impressive tattoos. I really like your game plan on this. You went big, a whole chest, whole front body. You went with a big traditional theme, battle royale. I like the concept, but, you know, and you drew it. It's definitely like your style all over this thing. You nailed it as far as designing it. There are some weak points in this thing. For me, a battle royale is a battle. Right here, you have a battle with no battle. There's no interaction between any three of these characters in this scene. They're just all chilling next to each other, you know? And it's like, you know, if you're gonna fall short on the layout a little bit like that, you need to come strong with the tattoo. And this thing doesn't have the punch that you normally have. Whether you extended yourself too far to commit to too much tattooing over this 35 hours, I wanted to see the best tattoos that y'all have ever done from all three of you. And I think that, you know, this game is in your head, and I think that it shows in every single one of y'all's tattoos. I think there's a little bit of pullback. I think there's a little bit of reservation in what you do instead of just going balls to the wall.
Well, thanks, Ari. Like, I could really, you know, with the design itself, it's my take on it. It's my liberty to come up with what I feel is like the battle royale, the meaning of us three competing and everything else like that. There is interaction between the snake, the dragon, and the eagle. It's not the traditional, typical, you know, all crammed into one thing. So I just also wanted to take that imagery, but add my twist to it.
All right, judges, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
Immediately, obviously, Jimmy is a strong contender.
For the best color pop and color saturation and vibrant, I'm going with Jimmy.
I'm with Jimmy.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Jimmy.
That's a first.
Ever?
Ever. Hell yeah, man.
Welcome, Nate Master.
Thanks. My brother's the strongest.
He just had a bad day.
It was rough.
But that dude can tattoo.
Yeah, look at his throat and how awesome it is.
Yeah, he's the one who did my throat.
Right here.
Teaching Kyle how to tattoo and then me not making it on a team when he does, that's just an embarrassment. The subject matter is something I'm really comfortable in, and I'm gonna do everything I can and fight to get on one of those teams.
If this guy wins, you think he's coming straight over to you? Does he want to be one of the brothers, or
does he want to go flop on your team?
We'll see about that.
Today, each of you had to face off in a knockout round. And based on your work, half of you will earn a spot on a team, and half of you will be packing your machines. Matt and Jimmy, you're up next. Jimmy, you called colored American traditional girl head.
I really like the simple, bold approach, and I love the color palette. Overall, man, it's a pretty bulletproof tattoo.
Thank you.
It's a tough day in here, man. You guys both deserve to be in this room, and whoever doesn't make it should definitely fight their way back in.
Oh, that's so great.
Both of these tattoos have great qualities to them. Going by what the call was on an American traditional tattoo, I think Jimmy edges this one out.
The winner of the face-off is Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a clock, and your time starts now.
All right, let's do it.
I think it's just crazy that I get to be here with my brother.
Kind of insane.
The way it all worked out, happened to be teams, and me and him happened to be on the same team. He started tattooing when he was like, Jimmy, when did you start tattooing? You were 19 or 18? 19. 19? Yeah. He was always my role model growing up. When I turned 17, he started teaching me how to tattoo. We work well together too because we have like very similar styles. I love my brother and everything, but it's still a competition. I'm here to win. It just means it's gonna be that much harder when we have to go up against each other, you know?
Right.
Today, you had to prove your fundamentals tattooing a clock. Jimmy.
Just makes you happy looking at it.
Everybody felt something. That's what art should do. And that also is a fundamental. Good, strong, bold outlines and heavy legibility, equally good, strong fundamentals for good tattooing. This has a lot of the nuts and bolts. Aha.
I feel like I should feel great. I don't feel all that great right now. You know, I've just learned some real hard truths. I've wasted my last few years trying to get my life together and not following my tattooing, and it shows.
You just said some real that I can identify with, and it just took the air right out of my lungs. We've been through a lot of the same, and I feel the same way. It's just, you're such a hard fighter, dude, and it inspires me.
I was in a dark place before I started tattooing. I did drugs, I was living on the streets. You and I have gone through similar things, man. You know first hand how hard it is.
Like, don't ever count yourself out, dude. You'd be amazed at the great things you can do and the things you can overcome if you're ready to fight for it. And I see you fight every day.
I appreciate that, man. I really do. And I love you, man.
I love you, dude.
Today, you must tattoo mermaids.
Oh, man.
You must use artistry to seamlessly transition from the delicate facial features and hands of a woman to the intricate, scaly tail of a fish.
Mermaids have scale work, fins that flow, bodies, they're supposed to be sexy, and you have to do small faces on them.
Ugh. Just listen to what he wants. Don't say, I don't do realism, don't say anything like that. Take what he wants and show him a good drawing. That's it.
I'll do my best.
I have more faith in you than I have in your brother.
Right.
And that's why you got this.
What are you trying to get out of the tattoo? What style?
I want it to be like beautiful,
okay,
realistic.
Well, if it's realistic, I would definitely have to go with black and gray. Just for the ribs, you know what I mean, and the time. There's no way I could do it with color. You know what I mean?
We have 6 hours to do this tattoo and on your ribs. You know that, right?
I've seen you do it, though.
No, you haven't.
Yeah. This is my career. I fought my entire life just to get this opportunity, and I'm not about to let this guy throw it all away because he has some crazy ideas.
How's my skin? I'm an old.
Yeah.
It's just you have to be really careful with it so it doesn't split because it's like really thin.
My canvas originally wanted a color realistic mermaid on his ribs. I finally got him to agree to a black and gray semi-realistic mermaid on his leg.
I'm just gonna go grab another needle.
But my canvas is still a complete grenade.
Got a canvas today. Thanks, Tiffer. Of all people, like, why would he give that to you? It sucks to see my brother struggle. I just can't, like, I can't pack it solid. My whole life, I've kind of been in Jimmy's shadow. We haven't really had the best relationship growing up. It's crazy. We finally hit that point where we're on the same page and we understand each other and we respect each other. And now one of us could be going home.
Looks good, man.
Thanks. Right now, it's all about survival. I just need to put everything that I have into this tattoo and make it work.
If he goes home, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get through this.
Did a lot better than I thought you were going to do.
I'm worried.
What are you worried about?
The application, saturation of it, because I can only do 1-2 passes tops.
Relax, dude.
You are stressing out a little too much.
I'm worried.
You ain't going home, bro.
Jimmy.
Your silhouette on this is just not flattering. She's not curvy in the right place. The width of the hips to the width of the tail and how drastically it just becomes that little thin noodle in the back and then how huge the fin is. She's got a massive neck, a huge block jaw. Everything on here is just kind of a fight within itself. Everybody today struggled, but this one shows a lot.
There's a big possibility that I'm going home.
It sucked to have you leave, man. We came into this together, you know? You taught me how to tattoo, and you've been my rock here, you know?
At this point, if I go home and you get all the way to the finale, I did my job. Just teaching you how to tattoo and seeing you get that, even if I don't, that's a huge win to me. And I'm proud of you, not just as a tattooer, but as my younger brother. You have the tools to get yourself through this competition, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not just the stupid little that I helped you with when you first started tattooing. You did this on your own.
It means a lot, man.
I know how strong you are. If I don't come back up those stairs, that doesn't mean you quit and give up because I'm not here. Carry that baton and keep going.
Yeah, man.
Ugh. Stop being such a pussy, okay?
I'm trying, you know?
Seriously.
I love you, man.
I love you.
Today, you are being tested on your artistry. Based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines.
Jimmy, this tattoo, it got way too dark.
I did the best I could with that canvas. Every time I tried to go in with light shading, it just wouldn't stick.
Her abs having that super black spot right there, you have some areas that just got away from you.
It does have some issues, but you know it's a black and gray tattoo, and you know that it's a chick.
She's got 2 elbows on one arm. Cross-eyed. She's got a bigger chin than you do.
She's got both her arms.
Yeah, we're being honest. Shut up, dude.
Jackass.
When I look at all 3 tattoos, Jimmy's is the least appealing. My vote's for Jimmy. The judges have decided, Jimmy, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
I just want to thank you because I've learned a lot from all your critiques this entire competition.
I think you killed it, man. You took a swing and I think you at least hit it. I think you did great, man.
Please pack your machines and close shop.
A few years ago, I had my foot in the grave, and I never thought I'd be able to fight to get myself into this competition. I'm pretty proud and happy with how far I did get, and I think, I got my money on Kyle.
All right, artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo your state, and your time starts now.
All right, let's go. Right.
Hey, I know you're busy really quick.
This isn't my first time in this competition. What if you do the state inside the big crab shell? So there's a shit ton of pressure on me. The judges are gonna expect a lot from me. They know what my work looks like. They know what I'm capable of. Last time I had to fight to get on a team. This is not the time for a repeat.
I'm gonna drop like some background.
Dude, they hate backgrounds. My team's also relying on me too.
Tell me what I should do different.
I'm being pulled in all sorts of directions. Tilted.
Time for the blind critiques. These guys had to tattoo their states.
Oh, here we go.
Is there a shape of a state in there?
It's Massachusetts.
Oh, Mass.
I do see it now.
Design-wise, a little weird.
But the black that's in the sails, it's solid, it whips out, it's all consistent. Best done black that we've seen today for black.
That tattoo kind of makes me a little nervous about traditional day.
We'll see if we get one.
Today, you had to tattoo your state. And based only on your work, each of your tattoos have been ranked by the judges. The 6th ranked tattoo. Jimmy, congratulations. Please have a seat. Today, you must create a schematic tattoo.
A what?
What is that? What the is a schematic tattoo? Does this look like a guy that went to college? Skin doesn't like this stencil at all. Hates it. It's trying to get rid of it on me. With older skin, you don't know what you're gonna get into. It's usually prone to blowouts. It could just split open on you. It's always thin, so I'm playing it simple. The outline's pretty much done. I mean, yeah, it doesn't need shading. I guess I'm just not used to having this much time left over. Should I order a pizza? Maybe I'll mess around with it on paper and see if there's anything else that makes sense. I don't know if this thing even reads as a schematic tattoo. My best chance is to zoom in on some of the details that I already have there. Either way, I'm taking a risk here. If I do add it in and I don't pull it off, I may not finish my tattoo.
Well, I mean, you nailed it. That's cool, though. Yeah. Very cool, dude.
Thanks. We got Frank's approval.
Today, you are being tested on legibility with schematic tattoos. Let's see how you did. Jimmy.
What's up?
I really like the addition of the revolver cartridge, and the A and B really sells the point of what this challenge is.
I do like that you went for it. It definitely needed it, because if you would have just shown up with the tank, that would have been definitely not good.
Today, you must tattoo neon lights.
Do you know how hard that is?
A neon light tattoo is showing the illusion of a glow on somebody's skin. So the only way you can make the illusion is having a heavy amount of black and a very light source of color.
Anybody that can't blast color in is gonna have problems.
Good luck.
How's it going? I got some pretty cool ideas already in mind, actually.
Did Jimmy not get one of the hardest ones out there?
Yeah, he did.
I feel like he definitely got one of the hardest
Yeah,
ones.
he did. He feels like he's right now.
Oh, I bet he's super stressed.
Neon headdress. How am I gonna do that? There's so many different feathers. I'm gonna have to have darks on the outsides of all these. I wanted to go with the simplest tattoo I could on the line, and they gave that shit to Jason, of all people.
Like, how'd you do it in traditional? I'm just thinking traditional is all about efficiency.
I might be in a lot of trouble here. It's gonna have to be big.
Did we just accidentally over Jimmy?
We probably did.
I tried to keep it small.
All right.
I'm gonna just kind of wing my color theory.
He looks freaking dope.
Just trying to make sure it meets the challenge. If I'm not careful, I'm gonna let the stress completely overcome me. Sometimes the bigger the ask is, the simpler you have to go.
What happened with that alliance, buddy?
I know, right?
Well, I'm glad that y'all's partnership's going good.
I just need to focus on what I do. You just gotta be Jimmy Snaz. Just be Jimmy Snaz.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Thank you.
Yeah. Gave you a hard one and you killed it.
You did give me a hard one, for real.
Today, you were being tested on contrast with neon light tattoos. Let's see how you did. Jimmy.
All right.
The tattoo is very legible. As far as selling the idea that this thing is lit up with neon, that one zigzag in the headband does look like it's glowing. Your line work is very nice. Your color saturation and color blending was also very nice. There's a lot of good aspects to this tattoo.
Thanks. Suck on that.
Artists, you have 6 hours to create a new school food tattoo. And your time begins now.
Cool, let's do this. Let me see that big, sexy bicep you've got. Right? My team's definitely in hot water here. The only way that I can help is if I make sure I focus on this tattoo and get tattoo of the day.
It's absolutely new school traditional. You might start a new fad.
Jesus Christ, Jason.
Just trying to ruffle your feathers. Get you off the game.
This crawfish looks like he's about to get cooked alive. And I'm cool with that because the South and the West, they're about to get cooked alive. And I'm about to paint a portrait of their destiny. Yeah, I'm gonna get tattoo of the day on this shit.
Today, you had to show color theory with a new school food tattoo. Let's see how you did. Jimmy.
This has a very new school feel. The shading in the lemon with the blue on one side, the lobster with the yellow on one side and the blue on the other. You have a little bit of green in the eyes, and you throw a little bit of green into the tail and a little bit of green into the leaves. The color play makes the dynamics of the image.
Thank you.
All right, judges, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
Immediately, obviously, Jimmy is a strong contender.
For the best color pop and color saturation and vibrant, I'm going with Jimmy.
I'm with Jimmy.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Jimmy.
That's a first.
Ever?
Ever.
Hell yeah, man.
Welcome, Nate Master.
Thanks.
At the end of the day, I really, really wanted Jessica to stay here. Oh, we know.
Mother gonna know every time.
I'm the new guy that you're gonna target every time to send down to the bottom.
I mean, if you think about it, you got Angel and Hiram on your team. Your feet are dangling, bro.
I don't feel like I'm the weakest player on my team. I feel like we each have individual strengths.
Moving forward, you're not going to see any of us three in the bottom. Just we're going to the finale.
Jimmy, you're not gonna be there.
We'll see.
A one-trick pony like you? I don't think so.
One-trick pony my ass. I mean, throughout this competition, I have had to put a lot of my time aside to help out my team, and that's not the case anymore. This is the part of the competition where I'm worrying about myself. I'm not here to around. I play this game with dignity, trying to be respectful. Just because I spent more than half of my life not being respected.
Yeah?
You know, I made a lot of up choices throughout my life. I was doing crystal meth and heroin, you know, for me, the shit that really got to me was looking at people that I cared about and see them looking at me with disgust. You know what I mean? It took a long time of punishing myself, but then I got arrested. When I felt the handcuffs go on me, it was like I thanked the cop, you know? And it forced me to start fixing myself. And I've worked very hard at being somebody that tries to be understanding of everybody's pain, of everybody's situation. Because I know what it's like to be on the side of the tracks where no one wants you to cross, you know? No one wants to see your face.
You being the person that you are gives me something to continually look up to.
You're a good dude, Jimmy.
Well, a good guy doesn't always win.
Angel, Jarrell, and Jimmy, 2 of you will move on to the finale, and 1 of you will be packing your machines. However, your fight is not over. To earn one of the 2 remaining spots in the finale, you must first survive one of the most intense challenges in Ink Master history.
I'm ready.
A 13-hour tattoo marathon.
13.
Holy shit. Glad I'm sitting here safe.
Tattoo shops across the country celebrate Friday the 13th by tattooing hundreds of clients in marathon sessions with designs chosen off flash sheets. Each of you must create your very own flash sheet with 5 different designs. Each design must incorporate the number 13.
Oh, man. It's crazy.
Tomorrow, you'll have 13 hours to tattoo as many canvases as possible.
Crazy.
But there is a catch.
Of course.
Your canvases can choose any design from any of the artists.
Jesus.
You'll be judged on how many canvases choose your designs, how many tattoos you complete, and how well you tattoo them. We're looking for quality and quantity.
Oh my God.
Head to your shops and get ready for tomorrow. Okay, artists, you have 13 hours to show us quality and quantity in this tattoo marathon. And your time starts now.
All right, let's go see what you want.
Which one are you thinking?
So, that one.
Full moon one?
Yep.
Where's it going?
Right here.
Your ribs?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, ready to party?
Ready, ready.
First one out of the gate, a lot of perfect circles, right on her ribs. I'm just gonna go for it. This is my time to shine and show off and take that difficult placement regardless of what happens.
Can I run to the bathroom like super quick?
We're almost done.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
done.
there's like,
Almost done. Don't
like
worry about it.
5-10 minutes left.
Yeah, don't worry about
Is that
it.
okay?
Yep, no problem.
There's no time for breaks. I'm sorry, honey, but you gotta sit still. We need to get the shit done. We need to get you out of here so I can get the next one rolling.
12 hours left, people. 12 hours.
I've yet to tattoo one of my own designs. I'm worried that if my designs do not get chosen, that's definitely gonna be used against me. Check it out. What's up, brother? Which one do you want to
I was
get?
gonna pick the skull, number 13.
Sweet. Finally, someone picks one of my images. Where do you want to put it?
I was gonna put it on the ribs.
Okay. He wants it on his ribs. Man.
I was looking at the spider.
Sweet. Where do you want to put it?
Right in my armpit.
Really? You're a lunatic.
That's what people tell me.
Man, can I catch a break? Oh, man. Just my eyes sting from holding them open so long, staring. I can't even see right now. Every time I open my eyes to try to pull this line work, they just tear up and start to sting.
All right, Jimmy, let's get your eyes cleaned up.
Do I have to recover from it?
Nope.
Hit me.
All the way back. Blink, 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 blink. Forward. Done.
1 hour left. Final hour.
Where do you want this thing?
Where I want it?
What about your leg?
Sure.
I did not come all this way just to quit now and relax. I'm just doing what I know how to do best.
That was quick as what one was that? The tombstone? This shit quick as hell.
20 minutes left. Jimmy, you got 20 minutes, man.
What's up, man?
How's it going? Is he really gonna try that shit?
I got time for that tombstone.
All right, let's do it.
Is he insane? Where the is it?
Come on. Jimmy, you're insane. 18 minutes.
Earning a spot in that finale, for me, it's proving to myself that I have completely transformed from the person I was into the person that I can be. And if I can win the title of Ink Master, I can do anything. Come on, mother.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machines down. Time is up. This tattoo marathon is over.
15-minute tattoo, bro.
That looks real good for 15 minutes.
Bro. It's perfect.
Thank you very much.
You're so
It
welcome.
looks great. All right, man, that's it. I'm happy with that, dude.
Me too. Oh my God.
I don't even remember half of those tattoos.
The last 2 hours was just
Yeah. Autopilot. Whoever makes that finale deserves it.
Okay. Angel, Jarrell, and Jimmy, you had one last chance to prove you deserve a spot in the finale by surviving a 13-hour tattoo marathon. Based on your work, 2 of you will move on to compete in the finale, and 1 of you will be eliminated. Let's see how you did. Jimmy, your flash designs were tattooed 16 times. 1 less than Angel.
I like the style of these tattoos. Simple, clean, legible, easy to tattoo.
Jimmy, you're the only artist whose designs were all picked at least once. In 13 hours, you completed 13 tattoos.
What I like about the tattoos is the fact that they all have weight. Your skull's head with the steps, the way that you shade it, the consistency, the black has a very heavy, strong weight. But you have a little bit of some wobbles towards the top of the outline.
There are a few tattoos in your bunch where your outline gets a little away from you. Your first tattoo, the moon, you get a little bit of wobbles in your outline. I know it's in a difficult area.
It was on the ribs, I mean.
Your last tattoo of the day, I love the way this one's shaded. Quick, big whip.
Did that in 15 minutes.
Even though you're in a rush, it's still solid, it's still clean, you still keep the consistency. Overall, your body of work, you put your stamp and your style on the tattoos, whether they are your design or not. The consistency plays strong in your favor.
Thank you.
The judges have decided. Jimmy, you have earned the last spot in the finale.
I put a lot on the line, so has Jarrell. We both put in a lot of shit throughout our entire lives just to get to this moment. I'm happy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, Bob?
Oh, my God.
Jimmy?
Woo!
Oh, my God.
This is crazy, guys. We battled it out for so long.
We busted our asses.
Yeah.
And hard
Just
work pays off.
We're here.
This is it.
Let's do it. Bring
Let's
it
do
in.
it.
Oh, I hate you guys.
Every goal that I've set for myself through this whole competition, I've hit. It's been a really long, grueling road to get here, and there's no way in hell that I'm gonna let this shit slip through my fingers now.
Every man for himself, but it's still East versus West at the finale. And I know West is taking it home.
Oh, yeah. Well, not if I can help it.
I don't know if
I don't
you
think
can.
you can.
Now the real competition begins.
You're going home, Bob.
Yeah, with that $100,000.
You, Bob.
I'd rather see a whale tied to a balloon than a compass.
But I don't think it hits the challenge as much.
There's other people in the room. You don't have to worry about me all the time.
I'm never worried about you.
You haven't shut up about me and my piece since
You
guys
haven't
sat
shut up
down.
at all.
Oh, Stevesy, you're the coolest.
Color illustrative Zeus and Pegasus on my arm.
Zeus and Pegasus in the lower arm.
Josh.
Me and you, girl.
Full color Zeus and Pegasus. Steve played this really well. I'm the #1 guy to try to knock off.
Are you 110% sold on your form?
Yeah, pretty much.
My canvas's arm is thinner than my wrist. How am I gonna create the most powerful Greek god of all time and Pegasus on what might be the smallest canvas I've ever worked on?
That is super little.
I don't tattoo with a magnifying glass.
She will not move it.
No convincing on the spot change.
She was not touching it. Steve got me good with that one.
Right now, I'm super confident in Zeus's face, so I'm gonna add the Pegasus.
Just make sure that it doesn't look like 2 pieces when it's done, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Steve hit me with a curveball, and I'm gonna make him eat his words.
Josh.
I really like this space. I really like the dynamics. I really like the details. I really like the value of the tones and the shading.
You played a smart move here in putting this Pegasus in the background to give yourself some time to focus on the character itself.
But that one little cloud coming off the back of the wing needs more. If it's between you and one other person and you have these unfinished areas, that's what you got to watch out for.
Look at that, dude. Don't use that anymore.
Nope, I know. It's just that there's one spot.
I know how to handle this complexion. I've dealt with it hundreds of times. But right now, 2 or 3 lines just kind of cut open a little bit. If this whole tattoo turns out like those couple lines did, his whole arm's gonna look more undead than this raven. There's nothing I can do now. The trauma happened, it's in front of me. I have to do the best tattoo I could possibly do because the judges have one reason to send me home, and I'm not gonna give them another.
You might have cut that dude.
I'm telling you, the part that's lined, if I pour water on his arm, the water will run down and run right in that rib line.
That could be a huge game changer.
I like this tattoo. I love the little details in the mouth and the little sickness coming out of there.
You did a really great job leaving a lot of open skin so that it's very legible. No questions about it. This is a bird that's rotting on the ground and came back to life.
But there's multiple trauma spots. The lines on the rib cage, you can actually see there's trauma there.
I'll definitely own up to it 110%. That little nick happened, and I had to adjust quickly, and I had to make sure it didn't happen again.
But this is the best tattoo that's been done this whole competition. I would wear this thing, dude. Well, this one's basically all about lines, so whoever's got some clean lines is gonna do good in this challenge.
Your boy's afraid to pull lines, bro.
I don't think he's afraid.
My canvas wanted a hot air balloon with a compass for a basket, and I swayed her into this really awesome design of this balloon carrying this mother whale and its infant. I can pull off a compass, but it's just not gonna be that cool.
I'd rather see a whale tied to a balloon than a compass.
But I don't think it hits the challenge as much.
There's other people in the room. You don't have to worry about me all the time.
I'm never worried about you.
You haven't shut up about me and my piece since
You
guys
haven't
sat
shut up
down.
at all.
Oh, Stevesy, you're the coolest.
Team DJ, you're up. Josh.
It is a definite unique idea. I like the whales hanging by the ropes. I love the attention to detail in this netting that goes across with the shadow underneath. All these little squares and triangles that you've created, the color is solid in each one of those little areas.
I mean, looking at this compared to what I've looked at in the room, it's a relief.
Thank you, guys.
All right, judges, time to determine winner of best tattoo of the day.
For me, it's Josh.
What I like about this tattoo is that you were able to take an idea that was potentially pretty stiff and turn it into something artistically really interesting. Without a doubt, my vote is for Josh as well. Chris.
Unanimously, Josh.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Josh. Congratulations, man.
Where do you want to get this portrait?
I was thinking my butt.
Yeah?
Yeah? Are you set on that?
Oh, I'm pretty set, yeah.
Somewhere else on your body, is it an option?
Nope. I'm pretty much covered.
Do you have a color in mind?
Red.
Red?
Yep.
I want the Oliver Peg portrait, but if you're doing a portrait tattoo, you need to be completely accurate. Asses tend to be real soft, so it's hard to be precise and exact.
There you are, sir.
Thank you.
There you are.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Please read the artist's name on the bottom of your skull.
Josh.
Right here.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, I gotta do it. Let me see what I'm working with here.
I mean, man, if you'd let me go like right there, I could go pretty good size, and that spot on your leg is open. It'll give us, we'll be able to get way more detail because the skin's a lot more solid and forgiving.
Yeah, man, I was thinking about more of the butt.
Let me knock this thing out of the park, my man.
Well, if you want to do it there, let's do it.
Killer, you're the man. You're gonna make
Cool,
my
man.
life easy. I'm gonna make sure I kill this thing.
All right.
I'm stoked about how this thing's gonna look. It's gonna be ridiculous.
My goal is to make my picture look like a black and gray portrait of Oliver run through a red filter. That's what monochromatic means. Everyone else's looks like a normal portrait, just shaded with kind of the wrong color.
Everything you have right here in this mustache, if you line that with a 3 or something, it's done for you.
Yep, and then just shade off it. That's the plan.
I'm gonna knock this out of the park and make this a landslide victory.
All right, next up is Team DJ. Josh.
As far as this looking like Oliver, it hits that 100%. You really hit the wrinkles under the eyes. Oliver definitely has these deep cheeks. This mustache and the facial hair are killer.
I mean, it is me. It's weird to look at it. Man, that's my nose. Like, that's not just a nose that's kind of like my nose. That's like my nose. Even the one little chipped tooth I have, the front tooth it shows. I mean, all these little things that kind of make me a funny-looking guy all come to life in this thing. I like your approach on the monochromatic idea. More of an earthy tone, but it's deep, it's solid. There's a lot of saturated areas. The highlights are very pronounced. It's miles beyond what we usually see on Portrait Day here.
Thank you.
It is time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day. For me, the two that stand out the most are Juan and Josh.
I agree with that.
When I look at the one that Josh did, I am more drawn to that tattoo. It's just a great likeness.
Just in detail alone, detail in the mustache, detail in the mesh of the hat, looks really hard to pull off.
Juan, for not being a portrait guy, I definitely give you the nod for pulling this thing off the way you did. But at the same time, Josh gets the best of it today. I go with Josh, but Juan, you killed it.
I gotta go for the pecker.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Josh. Well done, man.
I don't think you could ask for anything better.
Doing a 12-hour tattoo like this is not an amateur-level thing. Your design has to be perfect, your application has to be perfect, and just your understanding of how to approach something on this scale is a totally different animal.
We are so much farther ahead than anybody else.
I'm choosing to do more of a Japanese-style frog flying a koi fish kite. I'm gonna bust my ass and make sure that every inch of this tattoo is absolutely flawless.
Josh is definitely going to be the hardest person to beat for me. He's not only fast, but he's also a great illustrator.
You've already beat everybody just with the drawing. So if you execute this tattoo like you do every other one, your name should be the first person called going to that finale.
Josh.
The illustration is really, really cool. You pretty much bring the traditional Japanese into the modern era with your own style on it.
All of the color application on this tattoo is beautiful, but what I like is that you do some of this color application solid wall to wall. You do other pieces where you shade off the color.
You really did hit as many of these skill sets as you could pack into one tattoo. It comes off really, really slick.
Thank you very much, guys.
It's time to determine who had the best 12-hour tattoo of the day.
I feel like we see 4 good tattoos, but Josh, for me, everything that we've tested on in this competition, this tattoo knocks it out of the park. You've been drawing your designs, you've been doing things that were out of the box. You made tattoos that were fun to look at. That is what we look for in this competition. Definitely Josh.
Going with Josh.
Oh, that feels good.
The judges have decided the best 12-hour tattoo of the day goes to Josh. Congratulations, man. You've earned the first spot in the finale.
Yes!
Boy.
Oh, that is everything that we have gone through, and every bit of bullshit that this competition has brought was worth every second of it. I came in and I talked a big game, and I'm here to win this whole damn thing, and this is the piece that's gonna solidify it.
So basically, that's what we're going with.
That's awesome.
I went a lot bigger than the other two are gonna go, but I said, it, let's go for it.
From Team DJ, Josh, come on over here, man. And reveal. You got a lot of coverage here, certainly the biggest piece that we've seen tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to come out and just deliver something huge, epic, grand. This whole entire ride with everybody here has been that big. Trying to capture these animals and the whole body, the whole fight. There was no way I was keeping it on a chest, so I said, let's go big and let's go for it.
The first downside of this for me is the size of the dragon versus the size of his claws. Small claws for a huge dragon. Again, keeping in mind the relationship of each piece within itself and against its opponent is what makes these battle royales flow. As far as your tattooing goes, I think this thing has some really amazing features to it. I love the eagle. I love the snake. You know, these have a really strong look, and your color palette is strong.
What I do like is that you did go in and leave a lot of skin breaks. You did leave a lot of open skin. You did show that ability to go from ink to skin really smoothly. It is super detailed. It is packed to the gills. It is super clean, super smooth, bulletproof, solid Josh Payne. Killer tattoo, man.
Thank you very much.
Juan and Josh, you've made it to the top 2, but only one of you will win $100,000, a feature in Inked magazine, and the title of Ink Master.
This is a really tough one just for the fact that each one of you guys have one piece of this that is bothersome, and then you have other pieces of this thing that's really strong. I wish Juan's dragon was more powerful, and I think Josh's eagle head in the sternum is very camouflaged.
For me, as big as Josh went, it lends it to be a lot more breathable. I think Juan's positioning of the eagle is a little bit off, but technically Juan's tattoo is so smooth and soft.
I think that Josh has more saturation.
It's 2 different styles of tattooing, so it's hard to really...
This really is a tight race. Let's bring it in. All right, guys. Judges have decided. Josh.
You do have what it takes to be Ink Master.
I don't even know what this tattoo is supposed to look like, but I'm having a good time doing it. I faced a lot of challenges in this competition. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was gonna be. I played the game really well. Everybody loved me while I was there, but now it's time to put those kid gloves away and I'm coming out guns a-blazing.
What's up, man? I'm Ray, I'm your master canvas.
Nice to meet you, I'm Jason, you're a tattooer. On the competition, I did a lot of color tattoos. I did really good with them there. So my competitors, they gave me black and gray realism to try to throw a curveball at me, but they haven't seen this yet.
Oh man, that's badass, dude.
Last year's Ink Master Tony said something about tattooers being outlaws and pirates. So I wanted to do something that kind of represents the pirate and outlawness of being a tattooer, but also is kind of fun at the same time. Laura and Danny, two awesome tattooers, man. I definitely got my work cut out for me going up against them.
I'm excited to wear that on me, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. So you want to take a look at what this is going to look like when it's all shaded? All right, cool, man. You want to take a look at that TV right there?
Oh my God, dude, that's beautiful.
But that's how big she's going to be. She's going to be...
massive.
Yeah, massive. Let's get this show started. I'm going to get my stuff set up here, take her clothes off.
Oh, perfect. All right. Can I ask you a question, dude?
Yeah, man.
What are you wearing?
This is my kilt, dude. This is my family's tartan. So I figured going into battle here, the last fight, you know, I want to represent not just myself as a tattooer, but my heritage, my family. Let me just see how this sits on your back right now. It's perfect. This sits great. It's like 3 to 4 hours just to even get through the outline today.
Listen, man, just let me know when you need a break.
All right.
I'm not going to come between you and the tattoo.
All right, cool. We're gonna start from the bottom up, man. It's just how we tattoo. So unfortunately, we're gonna get this tramp stamp section done first, and it's not gonna be fun for you at all.
Perfect.
All right, man. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right. That was a clean line, man. Off to a good start. Breathe and relax. Once we get through this lower back stuff, then I'll lay down on your stomach, man. My original idea for this was going to be like a guy-based pirate.
Yeah.
And it was like I set up all these props and shit and like took all these photographs and it was going to be really cool and epic. But no matter what I did, I couldn't not see myself in the design. So I was like, I'm not tattooing me on this. I'd rather have like a sexy pirate chick tattooed on my back than like a gnarly pirate dude, but all right, that's probably good. All right, dude, let me hop up for a sec. All right, so this is we're gonna jump there and it's gonna suck. So there's your warning. Let's work top down right now. Let's do hat stuff, head, hair. Let's go there. My ability to tattoo quickly, efficiently is definitely going to give me a little bit of an advantage here, you know, doing this 35-hour back piece. Hey, just out of curiosity, if I've ever wanted to be a master canvas, could I do it?
I'll do your back, bro.
Oh, really? Let's fucking do tradesies? Fuck yeah, man. Done, son. All right, man, let me clean off this mess, get all the blood, guts, and gore off of this, and you can take a look.
She is killer, bro.
Not bad for a guy who just does a lot of color tattoos.
Face.
Yeah, we got the face done, man. She looks fucking gorgeous. Next hit in, we're just gonna keep going down, man. Let's hope we can get from collar to her bust finished. Cool, man, let's wrap you up. What's up, man? How's it going?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Long time no see.
So you were in a different outfit.
Yeah, you know, I like to change my clothes like almost daily. So what do I do? Let me take a look, man. Let me see your fucking back. All right, cool, man. There she is. Let's just keep going down from here, man. So we're at her neck. Let's just see if we can get her bust and probably shoulders done. Let's get started, man.
Let's do it, dude.
All the line work healed in pretty awesome from everything that I'm looking at. Yeah, fairly certain we can finish up this little chunk of her waist and then do touch-ups in the next sitting. Then I'll free up sitting 4 for just background. Boom! Cool, how about take a look, man? What do you think?
Yeah, I think she's beautiful, man. She's got so much done. She's gorgeous.
It looks like we're 2/3 done her, which is awesome. So we can finish her up in the next sitting and then start the background. Hey, what's up, dude? Nice to see you again. Get some elbow. Let me take a look at your back, man. Let me see how you did. Oh, God, man, you look fucking good. All right, yeah, let's start at the top. Let's go over a few old business before we start new business. This is the halfway point, man. So there's no turning back now. You ready?
I am.
I thought we were gonna have to go over a lot of what we did in the second sitting today because the first sitting healed so light. I was nervous that the second sitting was gonna do the same thing, but you healed up great, man. So that's like, I was fucking pumped. I was like, I could have cried. I thought we wasted 7 hours of tattooing. I'm gonna do double passes on everything, dude. Like as we go, man, I'm gonna be touching up stuff on the fly. That way, you know, at the very end, we're not like spending a whole sitting just doing touch-ups. You know, we're doing a little bit here, a little bit there. Pow. Yeah, she's definitely we're gonna get this shit completely done in this sitting, man. This is the most time I've spent on one single design ever. Man. I don't know about you, but that was like the easiest 7 hours ever. Yo, Ray, what is up, dude? How you doing?
Good, man.
Good, so we'll do this. All right, let me take a look at her back and see how you did. Man, fucking brilliant. I dig it, man. Everything looks fucking great. It's smooth, it's buttery. Game plan for today, man, is background, lots of it. So probably about here down, gonna be waves, here up, gonna be clouds. Nothing like spectacular, doesn't need to be. All right, ready, dude?
Yep.
All right, here we go, session 4. Right, fluffy, like fucking cotton balls. We got a little bit more of the horizon line than I thought we were gonna be afforded on this. So we're gonna do a little silhouette of a ship in the background here, behind everything. Little man in a boat. All right, dude, we're gonna hop you up and spin you around. Yo, Ray, it's the final countdown, man. All right, dude, let me have you sit up with your back facing me. We're done, dude. I think I've noodled this enough for today, man. You seem to be like you're in a lot of fucking pain. So yeah, I think we're done for today. Dude, you can hop up, man, take a look.
Phenomenal, man. That background just pops everything.
Yeah. The next sitting is just going to be nothing but touch-ups. Contrast tweaks, just to make sure it's not tonal, so make sure our blacks are black. And just double check that background, make sure that it is what I want it to be. I'm just happy it's for here, you know, and I'm even more happy that this tattoo turned out exactly what I wanted it to look like. And we still have one more sitting to do on it, too.
Bulletproof, brother.
So,
it's going to be bulletproof.
Yeah. Ray, what is up, dude? Oh, man. Good, man, good. Good to see you again, man. All right, man, you excited to get this thing finally done?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking excited too. Let's take a look, man. Let me see your back. We're gonna do a little bit more work on the background that we started last time. I know I want to make her hat darker because we got a lot of blacks down on the bottom half of this. Like her costume is very dark on the lower half, so I want to kind of add that darkness to the top half too, balance it out. Other than that, man, it really isn't too much. I think we're gonna start at the top, work our way down. Annie and Laura, my other two competitors, I think they really underestimated me with my abilities to do black and gray tattoos. So I'm hoping when they get in there, they're fucking floored when they see like what you and I accomplished here. Done, dude. We are fucking done.
We're done?
That's it, man.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Hop up, take a look, man.
Holy fuck, dude.
I love everything about this fucking tattoo, man. It's just, It's just a cool, fun tattoo, is what it is. I mean, even though I got stuck with black and gritty realism, there's a lot of different directions I could have went in this one to play it safer than what I did. But, you know, we had something fucking cool. We made a fun tattoo out of this. I've come a long way. This is the first week of this competition. I was up for elimination and I made it to the end. Now I'm putting forth a $100,000 tattoo to see if I can win this thing. I can't go home without winning. I didn't sacrifice this time away from my son just to come home a loser.
The other artists should definitely not underestimate me. 100 grand. I'll do what it takes, man.
What you want to get done?
I got a swastika, iron cross. Want to get done. Wrong part of my life. Now I know where I'm at, and I want to go.
Any ideas what you want to do?
Maybe
or?
like a zombie nurse, cemetery scene. Right. I gotta get it out of there. I got kids, and my kids hate it.
Please do not give me a swastika that says white power. At one point in this guy's life, he hated me.
Canvases, one by one, please read the artist's name on the bottom of your skull.
Anthony.
I don't know if James is testing me with the hate or the tattoo. Damn it. I can't let it get to me. I need to keep my composure so I stay focused.
What's going on? What's the story behind that?
I was just brainwashed when I was younger. And when I got older and had kids, I realized, man, what the hell? I'm trying to do a 360.
Well, I'd love to help, man. That's what
yeah,
I'm
I
here
appreciate
for.
that.
Right on.
Been trying to get rid about 20 years, man. When I first got a tattoo, I was like 13, 14 years old. And like an idiot joined the Aryan Brotherhood. That ain't cool. That's not where I want to be. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're red, black, brown, yellow, green, whatever.
Unfortunately, I've been a victim of hate. When I was wanting to get an apprenticeship to learn how to tattoo, I was told that the color of my skin was going to hinder my chances. To be a minority, it's actually driving me even more to do a killer job.
So how'd you get rid of the swastika?
I put a little chinger in the gravestone. We're burying the past, so this is perfect.
Can't wait for all the stress to come off my shoulders.
To be able to help this guy change his life is a complete honor.
Ain't nobody gonna beat this one.
Let him know how it's done.
Anthony.
This is one of the most solid cover-ups of the day. Definitely nothing of that tattoo is coming through. Shows really good ingenuity, having to draw that tombstone just right. And you could use those details in the cracks to mask what areas you need to really get hidden.
You have so many nice details in the hair. You have really fine lines. You create this kind of ratty feeling, but it still shows perfect line work in there. This thing really, really shows strong today. You did a great job.
All right, judges, time to choose who had the best tattoo of the day.
100% bulletproof cover-up. Anthony's tattoo gets it.
I love the high definition of Anthony's tattoo, but it does look like a weird composite that's not realized.
Not for me. For me, everything about the tattoo, especially the cover-up area itself, is executed so well and so precise. I love James's tattoo, but he had some hiccups in the line work, and I really couldn't pick too much apart about Anthony's.
I need a final decision.
Anthony.
My vote's for James.
I'm gonna vote for Anthony.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Anthony.
What's your guys' special power?
Combat medic with angel wings to be able to fly in and rescue other soldiers.
I've never taken my client and actually put them into the tattoo, but I'm an artist, so I don't have anything to worry about. The other artists should definitely not underestimate me. 100 grand. I'll do what it takes, man.
Anthony. What comic book character did your canvas want to be?
He really wanted to portray a military medic.
I like this tattoo a lot. The drawing is awesome. There's a couple areas where I really get that comic book feel from, and a lot of that is that hatching in some of the shading. And then in terms of just details, like particularly in the scarf, going over each one of those folds in that fabric is so intensely amazing.
So far, I like everything I've seen you do. You've been consistent. That's what it takes. Just run this thing to the end. I think you did a hell of a job.
All right, guys, based on creativity, who had the best tattoo of the day?
by far, the tattoo that stands out the most to me is Anthony's.
I have to agree, man. Anthony really turned in a nice, solid, beautiful tattoo. I do have to say in the same breath that I do like what St. Mark did. I do like what Alex did. And I think that overall it was a pretty good day, artistically speaking.
Speaking of creativity, Sausage really put together an all-encompassing story of his canvas's character. Matching up, looking like his canvas, Sausage probably did one of the best jobs of the day. I gotta vote for Sausage.
Best tattoo of the day for me goes to Anthony.
I'm gonna go with Anthony.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Anthony.
We assigned you Japanese. Talk about it.
Even though I had an open canvas, I really wanted to give him something that he likes as well. He has to wear it for the rest of his life. So during the competition, Dave, you did mention you wish to see more of the dragon, the full body. So I gave you that and then some, with hopes to redeem myself.
Tell us about this, man. What do you got, bud?
So going up against these guys, I couldn't slack. You know, I really had to be strategic, competitive. I wanted to represent where I was raised and being brought up by a single mom. The wolf actually represents my character kind of throughout the season, observing everything and planning my attacks.
Wow. Ollie, that's for Anthony.
Anthony. Beautiful, beautiful tattoo. I love the details. I love the color work. The composition you have really fits the arm nicely. Even though you didn't do an entire inside of the arm, what you did is very clean. The details in the top and the color work in the fades are just top notch, man.
Anthony, I love the tattooing and I love the story that it tells. That woman's face is beautiful, and the markings, the space that you have behind her head and the markings on her face really work, and they're really beautiful. The hot and cold juxtaposition of the colors are great. It's actually my favorite sleeve.
Wow. Wow.
Guys, one of you is about to win it all.
I think we got some great tattoos here, man. I really think that it's a tough call. I think Anthony's sleeve is laid out beautifully. I know Clean did a lot more coverage on his sleeve, but of the two sleeves, Anthony's the one that I'm leaning for.
You know, looking at the dragon, it's beautiful, it's big, it's powerful, it's sculpted lines, it's got the energy, it's nice color play, but is it done?
Well, that's my thing, man. I gotta say, I love both you guys as tattooers. I love everything that's been turned in. I say that, you know, Anthony, you didn't finish the dragon. It's just, and I gotta say, Clean, you covered the whole arm. You sleeved out the whole arm. I don't know, man. I gotta get a final decision. Chris, final decision.
Man, this is a tough one. Based on the two tattoos and what it looks like, I'm leaning towards Anthony.
Wow. I gotta say, both tattoos are killer. All four of them are killer. Anthony, you didn't finish the chest, and you didn't sleeve out the sleeve. And those are technicalities, and we critiqued Clean on those very technicalities because he didn't do photorealism for his final piece. I gotta go with Clean Rock 1. I gotta do it, man. Oliver, final decision.
Well, all three of these finalists did amazing tattoos. Clean, you're a veteran, you know what you can do. What Anthony did in his sleeve, I think is something that not a lot of people could do. I gotta go for Anthony.
The judges have decided, Anthony, you do.
See what the hell I'm doing. Everything's swelling up. I can't see what I'm doing. I just have to go off of instinct and follow my gut and my intuition.
Oh, that's my neck.
If I drop the ball, my team does not get the advantage, and I've pretty much proven to these other coaches that I can't compete with them going into the Master Face-Off.
The smoothness and the quality of the black and gray, that reminds us why you're sitting as a coach. Beautiful side, beautiful entryway to the piece in the center, beautiful exit, and the precision of that beak dropping down to a perfectly sharp point dead center. Everything's dark and breathable.
Judges, it is time to determine the winner of this flash challenge. As far as adaptability goes today, I really like what DJ did in the way that he went along the jawline, brought this design so it's readable from a mile away. My vote is for DJ.
Anthony, to me, went above and beyond. Doing big black and gray, we always see people do it too dark where they lose the contrast or they lose the shape. Anthony's figure is very dynamic. I vote for Anthony.
We have one vote for Anthony, one vote for DJ. Chris?
Today, Anthony.
The judges have decided the winner of today's Flash Challenge is Anthony.
Thank you, guys. This feels amazing. I don't have as much experience as these other coaches. I pretty much smashed them. That's what I needed.
All right, let's check in with Anthony. Oliver, what is the word?
Oh man, Anthony is killing it over here. True Anthony Michael style. Beautiful finesse. This thing is soft and beautiful. All right, Anthony. Got a big question for you. Out of all these three coaches this season, you had the least amount of experience tattooing in general. How did it feel being in charge of a team and coaching people?
Man, listen, I was shook. You know, I had to face all my insecurities on the spot. I won season 7 with, you know, off my gut instinct. I did the same thing this season. That's why I won, sitting over there representing the Wolfpack.
Well, killer job, man. Killer job.
This thing is beautiful. I can read it from here. I know what's going on, and I really love the background of that moon. You got that negative space right there, so you can really read the head of the snake. When I follow the snake's body, it's a little complicated, but it does anatomically shape up. So I think you did a killer job, dude.
Thank you.
You pulled it off really slick. You didn't over-detail it too much to where it gets muddy and hard to read. The color palette works really well because it plays against each other hot and cold. You can really see what's different between the snake versus the dagger versus the foliage. I think it came out really slick.
Your tattoo is clean. It's solid. I think it shows a little bit of jitters, but I think everybody tonight does. You know, this is a tough arena and a tough place to sit and really pull these off, but that tattoo is really legible.
Thank you, man. I was the most inexperienced artist to win the title of Ink Master. Now I have to prove that wasn't a fluke. What I'm envisioning is a Polynesian approach, but also I'm big on portraiture. So on one side, I'd like to apply a portrait of a Maori woman, on the other side, a man.
This is blowing my mind.
I'm taking a huge risk with this design. It's unique, it's powerful, it's completely unexpected, and that right there is what's gonna get me the win.
Anthony, what was the thought process behind this tattoo?
Balance, intention, and unity. You know, I'm not a Polynesian tattooer by any means, but I wanted to pay respects to the culture and to the craft, how tattooing started. With the king's blessing of Polynesia, this is our journey.
The design, the layout, the detail is over the top.
The style of tattooing that you do on here is very dark, and it doesn't have a lot of loose skin breaks that we always look for. And with that being said, it plays so strong and so perfect still. Looking at the tools and the symmetry, the way the tattooing tools are lined up with those circles that you have over the top are beautiful. The negative space that goes perfectly echoes one side of the ear to the other and brings it up to cast the shapes for the portraits to sit in are beautiful. And the portrait quality on these on the side of a head are top notch.
I mean, that's winning right there.
Welcome back, Bubba.
Thank you.
Who'd you bring with you?
I brought a good buddy of mine, DJ Tambi. He's the most versatile. He's the best artist I know.
Bubba's asked me to take him under his wing, and I've taught him a lot of things since. I'm not the artist that sticks to one style. Every day is something different for me. Everything we touch, we're gonna crush.
Yeah.
Crush every single thing.
DJ and I have known each other for several years. DJ is an incredible artist, and he's fast and he's efficient. We're done.
We're testing composition by giving these artists color-realistic battle scenes.
So this is kind of what we're thinking. It's beautiful. Cool, yay, awesome.
There's many different elements that are occurring at once. There's movement, you have flesh, you have cloth, there's a foreground, and you have a background. And that all takes composition to execute.
Do you want to do anything above it?
Yeah, like we do like a little trail here, detail-y stuff in front of the boat.
I'm definitely giving my input on this one. I'm making sure that DJ hears me.
Looking good, DJ.
If he listens to me and if I listen to him, I think we can pull this off.
That's dope.
Keep underestimating me while we keep winning.
Today, you had to create battle scenes with clear composition. Old Town Inc.
You see the foreground, you got a couple little images floating up close, the ship sitting nicely on the plane of the water, and then you have the horizon line in the back. It gives it depth.
You've got tiny little inference of these palm trees in the background to show that this is, in fact, Hawaii.
You guys did a beautiful tattoo. You worked your asses off in 6 hours. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, judges, it is time to announce Tattoo of the Day.
There's no debate in my mind that it's Old Town.
I don't think anybody else in the room gets close to hitting it.
Congratulations, guys. Old Town Inc., best tattoo of the day. Artists, you have 6 hours to show your ingenuity by tattooing a new school design. And your time begins now.
Showtime. Let's do it. All right.
Doing a new school tattoo in a competition setting can be difficult because there's a million styles of new school.
Like that?
Just a little bit more. Boom.
These artists are gonna have to use ingenuity because we've seen it all. We're looking for these guys to come out and be original and take a swing at having fun with a piece of art.
You got 6 hours, Bobby. If you can't sit, hey, if you can't sit through it, we're gonna have to tell you just stop and we're gonna have to tattoo ourselves.
Go for it. I'm good.
I don't mean to be like that, but it's serious to us. It's like 200 grand.
I'll suck at it.
This kid's chewing his arm off. He's shaking. I'm about to lose it on this canvas right now.
What you working on?
I'm drawing just in case you can't sit and we have to tattoo each other.
I'm not gonna leave on you.
All right. I've worked so hard in my career to get to this point. If this kid sends us home, I don't know what I'll do.
Today, you had to prove your ingenuity. Old Town Inc. I love how vibrant the space and the background of this thing is. It's just enough to let you know what's going on. That shows ingenuity.
Space is tricky, man. You did it right by leaving a lot of this open skin and astronaut, so you use that contrast to your benefit. I love the way the tattoo ends. It doesn't end the same way all around, but it just has a very fluid flow.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Old Town Inc. Old Town Inc. and Unkindness Art. One shop will go to the live finale to fight for the title of Master Shop, and one shop will go home. It all depends on this elimination tattoo. You and your teammate have depended on your collective strength as a shop. You win together and you lose together. Today is no exception. There's no better way to prove the strength of your shop than tag team tattooing 2 canvases at the same time.
Man.
You will switch canvases every hour, seamlessly picking up where your teammate left off.
Yeah, damn. You guys just can't stop us, can you?
This is crazy. You have to get used to a tattoo in 1 hour, and the second you get used to it, you have to start another tattoo and get used to that in an hour. It's mayhem.
For your first canvas, the style and subject are completely up to you. But for your second canvas, the power is in the hands of your opponent. The opposing shop will choose the style and subject you'll tattoo. Unkindness Art. What style and subject will Old Town Inc. tattoo?
Color realism, full-bodied raven. Color realism's pretty hard to pull off in 6 hours, and they've already struggled with a raven this season, so.
They knew that we got hit hard from a raven already from the judges. And color realism in 6 hours, this is stuff that takes multiple sittings. So they're trying to screw us too.
Your canvases have been randomly assigned, and you will have 6 hours to tattoo, switching every hour. Head to your shops, and we'll bring in your canvases. And good luck.
Good luck, y'all.
Look here. Did you say a raven or a crow?
Aaron, did you say a raven or a crow?
Raven.
Okay.
Unkindness, it's like a group of ravens.
You mean unkindness doesn't mean, like, mean? Because that's what you guys are today.
Okay, American traditional hot rod.
DJ.
Nice to meet you.
All right, nice to meet you. Bubba likes realism a lot more, so I'd let Bubba take the reins on the Raven. I drew this messing around the other day. I'm gonna do a badass snake.
I love it.
Sweet, and you like color and all that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow him away.
So obviously the outside is like a solid black.
You gotta feel great going into any challenge, but there's always that little bit of nervousness, knowing that we have to switch off and work on each other's pieces. I can't be creeping over Bubba's shoulder. I gotta just let it go. All right,
What's up, homeboy?
you know, just taking over somebody else's tattoo.
Yeah,
no big whoop.
Sorry, dude, I'd be talking a lot more if I wasn't fighting for dear life, basically. Do what you gotta do.
Ravens are tricky. There's a ton of black, but you can't put them all black. Otherwise, it looks like a black blob. This is photorealism, so the thing's got to be perfect. It's got to look like a photograph. If I don't hit this, we're going home. There's no finale for us, and I'm not going to let that happen.
1 hour left. Swap artists.
What needs to be done?
Solid yellow belly.
Okay.
Even that edge. Eyes are bright yellow. Knowing this is the last tattoo, our last chance to shine, we're pulling out all the tricks. We're gonna finish #1, and that spot in the finale is ours.
I love it. This is insane.
God damn, that's awesome.
Today, you had to tag team tattoo 2 canvases at the same time, proving your strength as a shop. One of you will move on to fight for the title of Master Shop, and for one of you, this is the end of the line. Old Town Inc. Unkindness handed you the Raven.
What I like about this piece is that I can feel the realism if I were to run my finger over it.
The fur in the head is almost touchable. The only areas that I have issues with are the upper layers of these wings that lose the same detail that you have throughout the piece.
The top left shoulder of the bird could have blended in a little more, but for a 6-hour tattoo, this was a big, big challenge.
Okay. Let's move along. PJ, you guys chose this snake.
Yes, sir.
It's stylistic, it's strong, it's bold, but more than anything, it's the best snake we've seen in Ink Master.
Thanks.
By far.
Damn, dude.
You've got great composition, line work, you've got color saturation. You've got a lot of things that we look for all season long wrapped up into one big tattoo.
I couldn't agree more.
There's so many differences between both these tattoos. To be done by the same 2 people is pretty impressive.
Thanks.
All right, judges, this is it. Time to determine which shop had the best tattoos of the day and earns the 3rd spot in the live finale.
I think we're looking at 4 good tattoos. Old Town, you did 2 tattoos that fill up the space, 2 tattoos that show a lot of drive and a lot of energy.
Hell yeah.
You guys smoked it. Clearly, for me, you guys take it.
My vote is also for Old Town Inc. The judges have decided Old Town Inc., you are headed to the finale.
Thank you guys so much. We demolished this competition. We totally earned this. We deserve to be Master Shop, 100%. You ready to check this thing out, dude?
Yep, let's do it.
Massive.
Oh my God.
Yeah. For these 2 master canvases, we want them to look totally different. One illustrative color, poppy, look like a sticker, and one look like you can pull it off the bat. It's so realistic.
Woo! The tear is gonna be a little bit exaggerated, probably darken up her eyes a little bit. It's beautiful, man. This is gonna be so sick. Really hope we have enough time, man. These are huge.
This whole competition, it's been Bubba's riding DJ's back. DJ's carrying Bubba through this whole thing, but he worked just as hard as I did, if not harder.
Came a long way, man. We came further than all these other guys.
Reveal the tattoo, guys.
I think seeing large-scale black and gray done like this is amazing. This caters directly to the Japanese bodysuit style. I love seeing big work like this. It's impressive. I think the areas where you hit the really rich black under the nose, in the sockets of the eyes, you get those dark tones in the top of the lip, really push this face forward. I think overall the coverage that you guys get and the amount of time and taking that risk was really, really well thought out and well played. My only critique on it is I wish that it had a little more of the rich black in the filigree areas to balance a bit. Otherwise, you guys killed it.
Guys, I really like the tattoo. I think it's gorgeous, and I think it's a really interesting take to do something so massive, back piece like that, with so much open skin. I mean, there's so much negative space there to make this thing really readable from far away. Really soft, really well done. Nice job, guys. Old Town Inc., Black Cobra, you've already revealed a 6-hour live tattoo. you've already revealed a 35-hour black and gray back piece. And now, it's time to reveal your 35-hour color back piece. That is a total of 76 hours of tattooing to secure the title of Master Shop. Old Town Ink, let's kick it off with you. All right.
All right, guys, here we go.
There we go.
A lot of coverage, a lot of big risks. Dropping that tail all the way down past his butt cheek onto his thigh. Beautiful placement, hell of a risk. A lot of coverage. For me, looking at the tattoo, immediately the neck, the connection to the neck, the loss or lack of scales, the position of where the spine is in relationship to where the belly turns are off. The connection of the horn to the head is also off. The spine right there would need to line up and drop around parallel to the belly. So the two yellow lines separating need to ride together. That's the big sore thumb for me in this tattoo. Otherwise, the flow of the tattoo and the coverage, color palette, spot on.
The judges have decided unanimously. Old Town Ink. Congratulations. What's up with DJ? How's he doing over there?
This guy is flowing over here, Dave. Let me tell you, cameraman, do me a favor, just come in here and take a look at this work. It really has a delicate touch with such an aggressive edge. But more than my rambling, how do you feel, man? Second time Ink Master history, 2 competitions back to back.
I feel great.
Nice, man.
Vegas strong. Vegas strong! I took a lot of heat this season. Anytime I was being harsh, it just stemmed from my passion. I'm super passionate about tattooing. I'm super passionate about anything art. And I think some of my harshness is what got Josh Payne to that stage and is what made me win last year, so. Passion over paycheck!
So this is kind of what I was thinking. It's like a religious Tibetan mask.
I don't get to do many heads, but I'm always down for a challenge.
And how far down in the neck is this gonna go?
How far down do you want it to go?
I want my whole neck covered.
Cool.
One thing I'm known for is my speed, so if I can get something bigger than the other 2 coaches, I'm down.
Nobody's going this big. This is stressful.
There's no way I'm letting Steve or Anthony get in the way of my back-to-back title.
And finally, DJ, come on down, man. DJ, you chose the snake, correct?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and it's obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, the snake is killer.
Thanks.
Great job on that.
All right, DJ, as always, you went huge. Design-wise, I think this thing is pretty flawless, man. I love the details in the snake. I love your style and the design of snake. I think that you've really got a trademark here. And your color fades from all the way down the middle of the snake are perfect everywhere you see it.
The placement of the moon shape behind the snake with the beautiful jewels dropping off, and then the placement of the red circle perfectly above it. If you look at the contours and you look at the way that those 2 shapes ride the primary shape, this thing's thought out incredibly well and executed just like that.
Thanks.
But what I gotta say, my favorite part about this tattoo, of all 3, this fits the shape of this woman's leg perfectly. I mean, this thing is placed with the contours of the body and really looks naturally, beautifully there. Killer job, dude. Thanks a lot, bud. In the most brutal test this competition has ever seen, the coaches also had to tattoo 24-hour head tattoos. And based on these tattoos alone, the judges will put the second coach into the top 2. DJ, you are up. Wow, DJ, clearly you didn't go small.
Nope. I wanted it to look from the top. If he puts his head straight down, look at the crowd. He's got a mask on the top of his head that slides up. The tassels ride the side. And I also wanted pieces that went together, but they are their own pieces from top to back. When he's walking backwards, people think that's a skeleton with a third eye with his brain cut out.
Every way you look at this guy's head, there's something going on that's interesting and intriguing. You look at the top of this guy's head, there's no doubt that thing is super tight, that's super clean.
To me, the top of the head is really, really, really strong. When we get down and we get to the skull, the way that you have those negative pieces that come out of the eyes and come onto the side of the head, beautiful. What gets me on this one is just the halos that you have on the lines up on the top of the flower on both sides of the shoulder.
Guys, I need a final decision. I think DJ takes the snake. I love what Anthony did with those two portraits, but I gotta say, man, going for overall art, overall creativity, and overall wow factor, my vote is for DJ. That means the winner of Return of the Masters and $100,000 is DJ. I love all y'all.
I just want to say, man, you are fucking awesome. No, 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 no.
For your first master canvas, you must tattoo the chest. The judges have chosen a style to test your specific weaknesses. Oh. For your second master canvas, you must tattoo a sleeve.
Got it all drawn up right here, ready to go. Traditional black and gray style, we got a lot of work to do.
These judges think that they could stump me up with some black and gray fine line? Come on, I'm gonna kill this thing.
Let's get to work, man. I'm so over this standing around bull.
I'm not gonna go super big. I'm gonna go super technical because that's gonna win me the title.
For the second time, Clean Rock 1, come on up, dude. The judges assigned you black and gray, fine line. Let's hear about that. What's up?
Yeah, basically you guys assigned me black and gray, and it's not my forte. So I pretty much just looked at the guys that I, admire, and I tried to do something as close to that as possible.
Man, that's a perfect fit. It's almost like I've done this before.
I'm in cruise control right now. My color saturation is so bright and bold, it's all 100% Clean Rock 1 style. Oh my God. I've been fighting my ass off to get to this moment.
Freaking out.
I've been through everything twice. I'm not gonna let this slip through my hands again. I'm gonna win this thing.
Clean Rock 1, let's take a look, man. Clean, you got a thing for redheads, it looks like to me.
Yes.
What do you got there, bud? Talk to us. Tell us about your tattoo, man.
She's a singer, so I really wanted to just kind of give her something that she would love, and she really loves music, and I just made it 100% Clean Rock 1 style.
Right on. Ollie, thoughts for Clean?
Well, Clean, I definitely think that you've got your style in there. You've got this bright color. It really stands strong. It's really saturated.
Well, Clean, you did a lot of solid, really tough, really strong, bright tattooing. The sleeve looks really good from a distance. Overall, it's a beautiful sleeve.
All right, Clean, thanks, man.
Today, you must tattoo something so unique that in this courtroom, it can be the difference between a conviction and an acquittal. A fingerprint.
This is crazy.
At a crime scene, if a latent fingerprint is recovered and a suspect is established, we then compare the two fingerprints to each other, looking for disagreement. If any disagreement is found, then the print is excluded.
If I don't nail the detail on this fingerprint and my tattoo is off by one line, the forensic expert, that's her job. She's gonna catch it.
Clean.
It looks very clean. There's a lot of very small details. There's actually the texture of the waves that gives it a real authentic fingerprint look.
Detective Gardner, your analysis concluded?
This print was definitely a match. He got all the points dead on.
The winner of the Flash Challenge is Clean Rock 1. Team Clean, what subject and style are you assigning the coaches for the first face-off?
We have decided to pick American traditional panther heads.
I love tattooing panther heads. I know I can do it perfect and fast as hell.
Team Christian, the power to choose the second face-off is yours. What's it gonna be?
We have decided to assign the coaches a color realistic strawberry.
We got an hour, guys. Are we doing that's like completely impossible?
right, coaches, you have 1 hour to tattoo an American traditional panther head, and your time starts now.
Mow her down.
This hour tattoo is perfect for traditional tattooing. We're gonna find out right now who can sink a line one pass flawlessly. Whip, 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 whip.
Get ready for your next tattoo.
Plenty of time, Clean. These dudes are gonna look tough as with some strawberries blasted on them.
You have 1 hour to tattoo a realistic strawberry, and your time starts now.
I knew he was gonna do that.
What, cut it now?
Clean, cut the strawberry in half to kind of bypass all the little seeds.
Smart, you gotta admit.
I'm not gonna admit it.
The hardest part of color realism is that it's so precise and detailed.
Do you want like the avocado color for that?
No. See what I'm doing right here?
Yeah, you're making a bright ass lime green.
I'm a fast tattooer, but Christian's definitely gonna struggle on this tattoo because time is gonna kill him.
3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. Clean.
The outline's strong and the shading's very deliberate. The skin breaks that you have in the furrowed brow really make this thing lunge forward in correspondence with the muzzle.
Clean's drawing is just a little more slick. My vote's for Clean.
Clean.
The winner of this face-off is Clean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Clean.
It's a really smart play. Cutting in half the strawberry, showing the inner detail looks really nice.
The light parts of the strawberry spread out through the redness on the inside, give it a little life.
I mean, I like both, but it's hard to deny that there's so much more detail in Clean's. I gotta go with Clean.
I do like Clean's. Great job.
Clean.
The winner of this face-off is Clean.
Yeah.
Good job, Clean.
Yeah, Clean.
Clean Rock 1.
My canvas is down for anything, so I want to really flex some skills and show these guys that I'm top dog here.
Mother. That hurt. No, you're good, man. It's needles. It's gonna hurt.
We're down to 7 artists. The stakes are high right now. I'm gonna bring all of my abilities, and I'm gonna stay so focused that there's no stopping me.
For my own personal selfish reasons, I want you to have the best tattoo today.
Hey man, me too.
God, I just want to win.
Clean. Let's start with you.
Well, Clean, I like the placement of this tattoo. It fills up the whole area, the top of the head. You got a lot of nice tones and shades to black, to the brown, to the bronzy yellow. I think plays really well against this gray shading in the skull.
I really like the fact that you took the time to add all kinds of different little details and intricate design elements. You added so much to this design to make it really unique and cool. Winner of Best Tattoo of the Day is Clean. Clean. You were head-to-head with Dawn. The fact that you made it a dark graphic image is a very, very smart move.
The black is solid. The shade from black to light is smooth. Good, clean, professional tattoo right here.
Dawn.
The thing that bothers me the most about this, in the center part, where those dots are, the 2 lines coming off those are pretty shaky. It just looks inconsistent.
Now it's time to poll the judges between Clean and Dawn.
I gotta go with Clean.
I'm gonna have to go with Clean on this one, too.
Overall, craftsmanship, technician, Clean.
And I'm gonna go with Clean, too. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
I am way more versatile than Eric and Jason put together. That title is mine.
There it is.
I love it.
All right, let's do it.
This is the largest color realism tattoo I've ever done, but I'm gonna kill it.
Clean, come on down, man. Let's take a look.
I was given photorealism, and you know, my guy's a mechanic, and you know, I'm a gearhead, and we just decided to do some hot rod stuff and a super badass skull.
How do you feel that this tattoo fits into the category of color realism?
Well, I actually used the photograph that I took of the images to translate them to the skin.
You, as always, did a very strong, solid application. It has a strong 90s new school feel to me, but you did pull off a lot of tricks in the tools. I don't feel like it's the most photorealism tattoo, but I do feel like it is a very strong tattoo for you.
Clean. You won the Flash Challenge. You now have the power to assign the human canvases. And this competition is always changing. So seize this opportunity for control.
I'm gonna take control of this. I'm gunning for the newbies. They've been trying to screw me over since I got here. Now, it's payback. So what are we doing?
I want a Venetian mask that's nature-inspired, that has butterflies and flowers all around it. Clean Rock 1.
Oh, that's nice.
How was the artist that was next to you?
Well, she's not there anymore. Some of these guys, they start out and they only want to tattoo their style. But I mean, that's the thing. I'm not shocked by anything that's thrown at me.
I won the Flash Challenge. Now I'm gonna win the Elimination Tattoo. I got so much detail in this tattoo, there is not one single person crazy enough to do it like I'm doing it.
Give me any style, I'm gonna rock it.
Clean.
This tattoo has so much detail that it looks like I could take my finger and run it across, and I would feel all the bumps and I would feel all the ridges.
The shadow from the vine that cast onto the mask, amazing little touches of detail there. The details in the rose, the softness of the shadow all around. The main challenge was detail, and you hit it. Fitting the challenge, hitting a Venetian mask, also hitting the detail. Obviously, Clean has one of the strongest tattoos of the day.
Runaway train. Going with Clean.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Clean.
I think this is great.
Yeah.
The layout is beautiful, it's simple.
I use the same goofy anatomy as far as the drawing goes, but
That's his deity. He's supposed to be pleasant and jolly. I love that.
I know.
The pressure of the competition is so high, and it's definitely getting to some people. Basilica's doing a samurai warrior. I just learned what a deity is, and 100% the definition is not just a samurai warrior.
Traditional Japanese.
Yeah. Black Cobra needs to worry about going home. For a sun goddess, this black moon in the background definitely isn't hitting the challenge.
If backwards hands don't get you sent home, I don't know what will send you home.
How's it going?
It's going good. There's a pretty hilarious thing in one of the tattoos. Let's see if you spot
really?
it. Yeah. You tell me what you think. I'm gonna do a pose really quick. This. You'll see it.
Dare I say bulletproof? I think bulletproof is appropriate.
That thing's badass.
Hey, guys.
How do y'all feel like y'all did?
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah? What are y'all gonna do about those backwards thumbs?
That's how he holds his hands. Every single depiction, he's palms
Yeah,
in.
but see how yours are in the front?
They're goofy-ass hands.
Intentionally goofy.
Yeah, it's a goofy-ass fat dude.
With thumbs on the wrong side of his hands. That was intentional?
It's an illustration of a fictional character.
Clean, I know that you're very charming, and I hope you can charm the judges into believing why your hand is backwards. All right, bye, y'all. Bye.
Look at this
Bye.
asshole. Look, you're
Bye.
right. You did it right.
You totally,
Bye.
we should have just used you as reference.
See y'all later.
Clean.
You didn't go crazy in details, but there's tremendous detail in it. You did a lot of repetitive things, only they don't repeat themselves. Each section of the beads is different. It gives more of an artistic feel.
I tried to change up a little bit as I went, just so it wasn't so stiff.
This is a strong tattoo.
Thanks.
The winner of the best tattoo of the day is Clean.
Thank you. I've already done this 2 other times and failed. This is the last shot I've got. I have to make sure that my tattoo speaks louder than anyone's. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
It's so sick, dude.
I want to do something that Ink Master's never seen before, and that is a full chest, full rib panel, all the way down onto a leg. I'm trying to write history, and I'm trying to win this competition.
I'm in. Let's do it.
I put my all and my everything into this tattoo, and I don't think it could get any better. This snake is about to go eat a rat, and that rat is Christian.
All right, Clean, you're up.
It is solid from top to bottom. You do have a lot of breathability, do have a lot of open skin.
The anatomy of the snake is perfect. Every little scale has that little break in it.
This thing's massive. This is the biggest thing we've seen on Ink Master.
I was like, you know what? We're going balls to the wall.
Just if I'm looking at weight of tattoos, I gotta go with Clean Rock 1. Chris, that means it is all on you, my friend.
It's always been the same thing, and it's been the tattoo that looks heavy. And it's just the application and what I think, for me, really holds. And as tough as this is, I'm gonna go Clean.
The winner of the grudge match and $100,000, Clean Rock 1.
veteran about to walk through the door specializes in new school, but he's one of the most versatile artists ever to compete. And that took him all the way to the finale.
The suspense is killing me.
Clean Rock 1.
Oh, no.
I am here to take back my rightful throne.
Today, you all went head-to-head tattooing the same subject, a pinup. Clean.
From the waist up, I like the exaggerated body size. Her shoulders look like they're on the right plane. She looks like she's connected. You don't have any discombobulated limbs.
I love the chalkboard with the equation. I love the papers with the grades. It tells a story. As far as artistry goes, I think this is one of the best tattoos of the day.
Thank you.
Today, you had to use intricate patterns of line work to create ornamental tattoos. Each of you tattooed head-to-head with another artist, and we will directly compare your work. One of you will win, and one of you will lose. Clean. You were head-to-head with Dawn. The fact that you made it a dark graphic image was a very, very smart move.
The black is solid. The shade from black to light is smooth. Good, clean, professional tattoo right here.
Dawn.
The thing that bothers me the most about this, in the center part where those dots are, the two lines coming off those are pretty shaky. It just looks inconsistent.
Now it's time to poll the judges between Clean and Dawn.
I'm gonna have to go with Clean on this one too.
Overall, craftsmanship, technician, clean.
And I'm gonna go with Clean too. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
All right, artists, it's time to critique your work. Clean.
You pulled out a lot of nice tricks in this tattoo. The way you put the dark, solid black roots in the back to really create depth. It looks like it's coming out in all directions, and those roots are going every which way.
Having those subtle little pieces of branch come out was a really nice touch. It's a great tattoo.
Today, you all went head-to-head tattooing a symbol of beauty, a Japanese geisha. Clean.
Overall composition, I like the way you sleeved out this one inside of the arm. There's a lot of nice little tricky details in it. Putting that gray skin up to her face and leaving her face white in the middle there, that's the contrast it needed to give her that pale look.
If other people look at this, they can see that just with an outline and solid color, you can make something beautiful. Really strong outing against everybody here.
Today, you had to use dimension to bring animals to life. Each of you tattooed head-to-head with another artist, and we will directly compare your work. One of you will win, and one of you will lose. Josh, let's start with you. Chris and Angel put you up against Clean. How did you feel about that?
It was a good opportunity for me to truly compete against somebody that could do good artwork.
Technically, you are sound, but it's not the most legible, readable tattoo. It doesn't necessarily look just like what the mushroom explosion is. It looks like something else. It's a bear wearing a party hat or a bear in a lava lamp.
Clean.
You did a really good job with the texture and the fur here. I like what you did in the back, behind the ear, that dark area. I do actually like it dark because you feel dimension and some perspective.
Overall, it's a really fierce and ferocious animal. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Face off between Clean and Josh. Let's poll the judges, see who won this head-to-head challenge.
I'm going with Clean.
Clean.
I will also have to go with Clean. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
This week, you tattooed for 12 hours. 6 hours on one glute and 6 hours on another glute, finishing another artist's design. Each glute you tattooed will be compared side by side with the other artist's tattoo on the other glute. One of you will win and one of you will lose. Clean and Julia, let's start with you. Let's start with Clean side. Your design overall was really smart. The addition of the bow to bring it to both sides worked really, really well.
The color palette's nice. It works well. Overall, man, it's a good job.
Let's move along to Julia's side.
It definitely doesn't stack up. If you look at the letters and you look at your two little S's at the end of Sweetness, they look nothing like the S at the beginning of Sweetness.
Let's poll the judges. Clean.
Clean.
The winner of the head-to-head competition is Clean. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Dawn and Clean.
Well, Don, overall, this tattoo's really strong. I know it's tricky working on a butt cheek, especially when you got somebody yanking on the other butt cheek.
The line work has so many inconsistencies going straight down the anchor that it really stands out.
Let's move along to Clean's tattoo.
The line weight difference between the exterior of the jewels and the little lines on the inside give it that crisp, sharp look. Technically, this is a very sound tattoo.
Thank you.
All right, so it's time to poll the judges between Dawn and Clean.
Clean it is.
Clean, congratulations, man. Today, all of you went head-to-head creating biomechanical tattoos. Clean.
You didn't go crazy in details, but there's tremendous detail in it. You did a lot of repetitive things, only they don't repeat themselves. Each section of the beads is different. It gives more of an artistic feel.
I tried to change up a little bit as I went, just so it wasn't so stiff.
This is a strong tattoo.
Thanks.
Let's poll the judges and award Tattoo of the Day.
What I like about Clean's tattoo is even though he did a rigid design, he was smart enough to just make it free-flowing.
Final decision.
I think Eric.
I'm going with Clean.
And I'm going with Clean.
The winner of the best tattoo of the day is Clean.
Thank you.
Like you, your canvases today also don't let an opportunity pass them by. They're here to knock something else off their must-do list. They all want to get their very first tattoo.
What? I hate tattooing first-timers because they're usually the pickiest sons of bitches ever.
You must be adaptable to work with their ideas and make their first tattoo a memorable life experience. Clean.
I always wanted something tribal, and one of the biggest things was getting my kids somehow incorporate it.
The details are really nice and clean. The black is really solid. Really love the way it fits the arm.
Clean's tattoo, it's not accurate. It's not traditional Polynesian tribal. My rose whoops the out of Clean's wrong Polynesian tribal.
Today you had to show smooth gradation by tattooing head-to-head with our guest judge, black and gray expert, Tommy Montoya. Clean. Face, man, what happened there?
It's Jesus on a cross in pain.
You kept it real with me, so I owe you the same respect. The face, it sucks, bro. Right now, Jesus is looking like a Muppet, man. But you're lucky because everything else is badass. The gradation in all the body, it's soft, you know, and nice. I like how you did some outline on the arms and the wrists so that it separates it from the cross. It's a good tat, man.
Just looking at the richness of the two blacks, comparing them side by side, Tommy's black is really, really black. And if you look at yours, it doesn't show as packed and solid. And that's the difference. Tattooing amputees, finesse is definitely required because you tattoo a lot of different skin textures all in one tattoo.
Where is it exactly that we would like to put this?
I'm thinking maybe like across here, like this.
I'm looking for all of the tattooers to take a traumatic instance for a client and turn it into a thing of beauty that they want to show off and be proud of.
Clean.
Man, capturing the detail in those flowers and leaves is really amazing.
It shows a lot of finesse because you have the really, really tight detail and then the very bold lines. Great design, Clean.
Today, you had to show finesse by tattooing on a difficult body part, the spine. Clean. You went head-to-head against Chris.
This is a really sharp, vibrant, dynamic tattoo, man. The color contrast is great. The depth that you were able to achieve with that dark shading and the way the spirals go underneath each other really makes it stand apart.
Thank you. Lining things up in the center of anybody's spine is very tough, and by doing this stylized version of it, you set yourself up never to fail. Choices are what win this competition, and you're making good ones.
Today, you had to tattoo a perfectly placed skull on your canvas's head. Clean. Let's start with you.
Well, Clean, I like the placement of this tattoo. It fills up the whole area, the top of the head. You got a lot of nice tones and shades to black, to the brown, to the bronzy yellow. I think plays really well against this gray shading in the skull.
I really like the fact that you took the time to add all kinds of different little details and intricate design elements. You added so much to this design to make it really unique and cool.
Thank you.
All right, guys, who had the best tattoo of the day? If I had to wear one, I'd wear Aaron's. If I had to vote on placement, I'd go with Clean.
I really like Eric. I love the detail with the horns. It's solid.
Final answer.
Clean.
Eric.
I'll go with Clean. Winner of best tattoo of the day is Clean. Today, you had to tattoo the ultimate test of precision, a portrait. Each of you tattooed head-to-head with another artist, and we will directly compare your work. Clean. You went head-to-head with Jason.
You killed it on the details and the hat and the jacket and the emblems. The little highlights on the U.S. symbols on his lapel is just great. For precision challenge, I think you nailed it.
You even added a highlight to the tie.
That isn't shown in the photo, which I really like, because there's certain things you can make better in a portrait, and you did that.
You excelled. It was just done nicely and sharp and meticulously. That's what wins this competition.
Today, you all had to tattoo a Grim Reaper, and you're being judged on the skills picked by our guest judges: creativity, composition, and contrast. Clean.
Technically, it's smooth and sound and solid. The outline is clean, the black is black, the color is bright. But there's just a lot of problems with the design. I can't get away from this hoodie. You don't even have the cloak over the skull, which gives it even more of that hoodie look.
I guess that's my style, you know. I try not to do what everybody else is doing.
I know it's your style, but I think the skull could have been a little more refined because it was on a girl. It looks a little ugly.
The creativity in it's good. I just think maybe you put too much into it. When I'm creating a tattoo for somebody, I always try to look at what the person looks like and try to make it fit them aesthetically. I probably would have let up a little bit more and try to give her something soft.
You dropped it on this one. If you would have gone with a more realistic, finer line instead of a heavy, bold, cartoony style, you would have had a much different feel. Technically, you're always solid, but this design is probably one of my least favorite I've seen from you this competition.
This week, you had to prove that you could take on any challenge and persevere. A trip to the live finale is on the line. Clean. Let's start with you. You pulled the new school tiger.
I've been doing this style for 15 years. I tried to bring every trick I had in my bag on this one.
Your lines, super crisp. Your black, solid. You got some great little details in the gums and the teeth and the tongue. Your blends from orange to yellow and from blue to white. Seamless, man.
Thank you.
Judges, who had the best tattoo of the day?
When you really look at Clean's tattoo, there's tricks in the tongue, there's tricks in the gums, there's smooth blending, there's a strong outline.
Final decision. Clean.
Clean.
The judges have decided, Clean, you have the best tattoo of the day.
I am way more versatile than Eric and Jason put together. That title is mine.
There it is.
I love it.
All right, let's do it.
This is the largest color realism tattoo I've ever done, but I'm gonna kill it.
All right. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's bring out your master canvases. Clean. Clean, come on down, man. Let's take a look.
I was given photorealism, and you know, my guy's a mechanic, and you know, I'm a gearhead, and we just decided to do some hot rod stuff and a super badass skull.
Today, Clean challenged you to tattoo symbols of speed, hot rods and choppers in neo-traditional style. Clean, let's start with you. When you said neo-traditional, this was the palette that I expected to see from the field. I like the flames, the engine is very identifiable, and I like what you did with this background.
I think that's the best part. Red, wine, blue, baby. America.
That's not American, Clean.
It's America.
That's a Puerto Rican flag.
He gave him a Puerto Rican flag.
I see the discrepancies with the flag. Putting more stars in the blue area instead of one big white star would have helped you out. But no one can argue with this line work. Nobody can argue with your saturation. The details of this motor are right.
All right, guys, we have to determine who had the best tattoo of the day. I'm leaning more towards Clean on this one because when I think neo-traditional, I think bold, big, loud, bright colors, contrast. I'm going with Clean.
Clean.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Clean. Today, Sausage challenged you to transform your canvas into a comic book character. Clean. What comic book character did your canvas want to be?
I wanted Chasing the Fame. This is a hard one. I'm just not a fan of the drawing of this tattoo. There's areas of technical ability that's just same old Clean approach. Big areas of solid color, well applicated. But really, when it comes down to the fundamentals of the drawing of this thing, I just don't like it. I don't like the girl's hand that's wadded up on his thigh. I don't like her feet. It's rough.
All right, guys, time to critique your work. Clean.
It looks very clean. There's a lot of very small details. There's actually the texture of the waves that gives it a real authentic fingerprint look.
Detective Gardner, your analysis concluded?
This print was definitely a match. He got all the points dead on.
Today, Maddie challenged you to tattoo a detailed Venetian mask. Clean.
This tattoo has so much detail that it looks like I could take my finger and run it across, and I would feel all the bumps and I would feel all the ridges.
The shadow from the vine that cast onto the mask, amazing little touches of detail there. The details in the rose, the softness of the shadow all around.
All right, guys, it is time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
Obviously, Clean has one of the strongest tattoos of the day.
Runaway train. Going with Clean.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Clean. Jimmy challenged you to tattoo his specialty, New School, and we're judging color theory. Clean.
This thing's dynamic. The balance that you have here between hot and cold, the little green that you have underneath set off with the turquoises and aqua colors, and even the white that pops off the backside of the head. All great color theory, all great color use.
One thing that you can do that a lot of your competitors cannot do is put this much color into this large of an area and have it be this saturated with this little trauma to the skin. You're putting up the bar for these guys to catch up with.
Today, Sarah challenged you to show composition by tattooing a surrealistic female. Clean.
My first note on this tattoo is WTF.
The skin rip thing up top is crazy.
I tried to think outside the box and do something that has never been done.
You definitely did something that hasn't been done.
Composition on this thing for me, I just don't like the way it's laid out. I don't like the shape of the skin rips. I don't like the shape of the hair. I don't like the dimensions of the face. I don't know if it's surreal, but it's definitely unreal.
Tattooing the knuckles is difficult because if you go too deep or if you blow it out, you're screwed. And if you don't get it in there deep enough, it's not gonna stay. Your knuckles are super visible. You can't hide them.
Okay, artists, it's now time to critique your work. Clean.
They're definitely very strong, bold tattoos. The black is nice, a little bit of gray highlights give it finesse.
You have 3 letters that you have on both fingers. You have the L, the I, and the E. They all match perfectly, which really shows that you're able to mimic your own lettering repeatedly. It's strong.
Today, Jesse challenged you to tattoo a portrait of a political figure so well known that the tiniest flaw will be obvious. Clean.
The details in the tie, the suit, and the hair are some of the best in the room. But you kind of lose that genuine look of his smile.
The shape of the mouth itself, Reagan has a bump on the bottom right side that really comes up, and you do it pretty straight. You put a really hard line in right next to the right nostril that gives the nose a different shape than what it looks like in the photo. But for a guy that doesn't do portraits, you definitely did a decent portrait here.
I think that was busted and it looked like the Joker. Clean gets a pass a lot of times.
How is he getting a pass?
Pretty good review, I think, for that.
What's up, Christian?
Hey, you know what? You guys all got something to say. At least I got the balls to say it.
If you guys want to chime in after every one, be my guest. We can do group critique if you want to do that after us. Today, James Vaughn challenged you to the ultimate test of legibility, a Japanese dragon with water. Let's start off with Clean. In terms of legibility, I do like this tattoo. A lot of times with dragons, it's difficult to see what's going on until you get right up on it. This one from a distance, it's clearly a dragon. It's a pretty killer tattoo.
But there's entirely too many white, shiny points to this tattoo for traditional Japanese. This thing was approached like a New School tattoo.
I've seen a lot of traditional Japanese guys use white.
I'm saying the way you've super glossed this New School shine on every scale in here, having a little bit more knowledge on how to make this thing look like a Japanese tattoo would have helped out today.
These are all things that I don't know.
But coming here, you're supposed to know.
All right, guys, it's time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
Clean's tattoo, big, solid, bright, bold.
I'm not swaying.
So final decision, James Vaughn. I like Anthony's tattoo, but I see a lot of the same tonal values going throughout it. So for that reason, my firm vote is for Clean. The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Clean. Today, each of you had to face off head-to-head with another artist. And based on your work, 2 of you will pack your machines. Clean. You've had a controversial history with this house in terms of photorealism.
My photorealism is a little whack, you know? So I'm like, just get good at it, then you're like gonna be the man.
I love this tattoo.
There's depth to it. It's slightly gory.
I tried to make it gory but beautiful.
The wetness, the slickness, the veiny textures in the bottom. I love the little skull highlight you tipped in the bottom there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's cool.
It's really HD. It has texture everywhere. But to me, what I'm really impressed with is the color play. It creates life in the tattoo because it has that lavender kind of hue to it that plays off of the really rich black overall. The drawing on this thing's great. The balance is great. The textures in it are great. You knocked it out of the park.
Thanks.
Clean. You basically reworked an existing tattoo, correct?
There's about 8 different tattoos.
You showed a lot of ingenuity. You basically redid multiple tattoos and tied everything together into one big forehead tattoo. Couple of downsides, the 2 sides that fade in, they're not completely symmetrical. The cracks come a little bit of different shapes. If you could have just brought those in and made a more symmetrical shape.
Clean did a rework. A couple of stars and some cracks and a touch-up. That's not gonna win.
Today, you had to show ingenuity by covering a hate tattoo. Clean. You actually did 2 cover-ups. Did you feel that was a disadvantage?
I mean, it wasn't easy. His arm's as big as my leg. And, you know, the tattoos that he has, just the flag itself is pretty good size.
Overall, man, it's a big, solid, saturated tattoo. Your ingenuity here was coming up with design that could get rid of both of these tattoos. But I'm just not a fan of the drawings. These helmets in real life, they are black. And now it's just bright bubblegum blue. Almost looks like it would be a baseball batting helmet as opposed to like a motorcycle helmet or something.
The upper jaw, if you just draw those teeth and then cover it with the fabric wouldn't pull directly back like that. It would stick out. But as far as the cover-up goes, you did this client a service. You had to cover up 2 tattoos, and I think you achieved it strongly.
Today, the new artists got to call their shots facing off with each of the veterans. The winner of each face-off will earn a spot in the live finale. It's time to see how you did. Anthony and Clean, you tattooed a realistic black and gray female, no tracing. Clean. How was it drawing this design?
I didn't get any sleep at all. You know, it's not like I've never drawn a girl before, but if you're not drawing them all the time, it's tough.
Was it an intentional move to hide the hands?
Oh yeah, you know, hands are tough to tattoo when you're tracing them, let alone when you're just drawing them from scratch.
Proportions are correct. Black and gray not being your specialty. This is really smooth shading, a lot of solid black areas, a lot of contrast.
The only section that I feel was a little bit strange is the ribs. Hard lining the ribs like that gives them a really inset feel that makes her look a little hungry.
James and Clean, today you got to call your own shot. One of you will move on to fight for the title of Ink Master, and for one of you, this is the end of the line. It's time to see how you did. Clean, let's start with you.
Some definite shining moments to this thing. Technically, very smooth application of color. The skull is the best part of the tattoo. I love the detail in the skull. I love the color in the skull. I love the idea of it upside down. But from a distance, this thing is pretty weird. The dagger is very hidden, and I thought you were gonna be able to do a kick-ass snake drawing.
I think it's a kick-ass snake drawing.
I don't really like the connection of the snake head to the neck, the harsh overbite and weak power to the lower jaw. This thing just looks kind of goofy.
The placement of the eye on this thing is what changes the dynamic of the face. The eye's just floating center part. Slide that eye back a little more and put it where it would go, and then it's not as debatable why the head looks so crazy.
It's an artist's rendering.
The body of the snake looks like a limp water balloon folding over everywhere.
And finally, back again for the second time, Clean Rock 1. Come on up, dude. The judges assigned you black and gray. Fine line. Let's hear about that.
Yeah, basically you guys assigned me black and gray, and that's not my forte. So I pretty much just looked at the guys that I, admire, and I tried to do something as close to that as possible.
All right, man. Thanks, fellas.
Today, you had to tattoo the ultimate test of precision, matching portraits. Clean and Aaron, this challenge was designed to test your weaknesses. Golden Skull Tattoo, you're up first.
Clean, did you practice before you came?
Yes.
I definitely want to tip my hat to you, man. You did a great portrait here. The eyes and the mouth, you hit them perfectly, especially that little turned up corner of the lip on the right side is what really captures her look.
Aaron, I like the way you did the black in the hair. Your hair maybe is a little bit better than Clean's, but as far as the application on the face and everything, Clean might have made it a little more smooth.
I mean, you really try to mimic each other's stencil to the T.
There's a lot of precision in this tattoo.
Judges, time to announce who had the best tattoos of the day. Final decision?
Golden Skull.
I'm gonna have to say Golden Skull.
My decision is Golden Skull. The judges have decided the best tattoos of the day go to Golden Skull.
I didn't see that coming.
Today, you had to prove your adaptability by tattooing with other shops. The 4 shops tattooing on one canvas will be judged as a team. Basilica Tattoo, Golden Skull Tattoo, Old Town Ink, and Artistic Skin Design, you're up next. In terms of adaptability, what was the plan here?
We wanted each of us to put like our own artistic flair in it while still looking all cohesive and make sure they all look like they're
stood
same.
out individual.
Yeah, we wanted them to all look a little different in their own way.
Clean.
This tattoo obviously is super technically done. Saturated perfectly. The red in this tattoo looks like a painting. And one thing I will say for you guys, this kind of background, what I like is that through the negative, the horse keeps playing. It's not just stripe, cut, goodbye.
Of the 4, it's probably my favorite one. But if these are supposed to go together and look like one artist did them...
Yeah, I think they all go together. If you had 4 areas of your back tattooed that look like the same artist did it, that's kind of weird to us.
That's the challenge, though. That's the way every tattoo we've done the whole time we've been here.
Well, we could have just made one stencil and just slapped it on all of them.
Why would it be this time when it's adaptability just to throw that away and do whatever you wanted?
This week, you showed placement by tattooing a painful and awkward part of the body, the armpits. The judges will compare your work side by side with 2 artists. The artist who completed the armpit tattoo that you started and the artist whose armpit tattoo you completed. Let's see how you did. Tommy and Clean.
You guys do match in the sense of placement, and they do have the feel of the same artistry, but Clean, yours is really technically solid. All the color here is really, really bright, saturated.
I love the deep, solid silhouette, the backside of the mouth, and the other teeth that are behind and the front. Very bold, very clean. You nailed it, man.
Did you make any changes, Tommy?
The drawing I'd gotten was a little bit simpler than the other one, so I added a little more texture to the face.
I don't feel like you look as comfortable doing this style. I think he gets you just a little bit on some of the textures and some of the color highlights and some of the blends. My vote's for Clean.
I agree. I think Clean edges out.
Clean, you get Tommy.
Congratulations, Clean. You win the head-to-head. All right, judges, time to announce best tattoos of the day.
Win and a loss, but top of the pack.
Both tattoos are really diverse, coming out of the same shop. My vote is for Golden Skull Tattoo. Chris?
Golden Skull.
The judges have decided the best tattoos of the day go to Golden Skull Tattoo. To succeed as a shop, you must be able to self-promote and impress your canvases. Let's see how you did. Golden Skull Tattoo.
What makes this tattoo stand out so strong is that it's a believable pose. The guy's just chilling on a rubber chicken. There's no question. Nobody's like, oh, what is that supposed to be?
As far as application and positioning, it's all spot on.
Reputation is everything. To succeed as a shop, your work must be all the self-promotion you need. Let's see how you did. Golden Skull Tattoo.
Outside, the flames look strong and solid, your outline looks strong, but you lose it in that snow globe. You gotta see that the black's missing. Like, you don't have a spot in there that's solid.
The hat and the bow tie were intentional.
Nah, dude. That tattoo has gotta look punched in.
Today, you had to face off, proving the strength of your shop. Basilica Tattoos and Unkindness Art, you're safe from elimination this week. For the face-off, they assigned American traditional snakes. And based on your work, one shop will be eliminated. First up is Golden Skull Tattoo.
You do a very straightforward, clean, really technical tattoo here. And what I love is that all the anatomy is right.
The belly scales all going in the right direction. All the turns make sense. The little bit of wide open on each belly scale looks very consistent and clean. It looks cool, it looks tough.
Today, you had to show cohesion by tattooing a complex image, an Asian deity. Golden Skull Tattoo.
All right, guys, first issue. You know what it is?
No, what is it?
The hands.
Good, good.
Obviously, you got the left hand on the right arm and the right hand on the left arm.
I mean, we weren't trying to do a portrait.
Nobody does this anyways.
We were trying to do a funny, happy-go-lucky, goofy character.
You hit that everywhere, minus in the hands. You definitely capture the look of this particular rendition of Hote.
Aside from that, the black cloud, I can't stand it. It's just very haphazardly done, and that negative line that goes through there kills the bottom of this design.
This is a tough break for you guys.
All right, judges, time to determine who's going home.
Somebody that works for me does a tattoo with the hands on backwards. I don't think it's a small mistake.
How many wins do you guys have?
2. Our shot won on Armpit Day and Portrait Day.
I heard a lot of wins on Golden Skull. I didn't hear any wins on Black Cobra.
2 and 2. None. Black Cobra, based on these report cards.
Based on the report cards?
Yeah.
Also based on the tattoos?
There's equal problems.
I'm the guy who comes in and gets tattooed. I would be bummed out on these hands. My vote is for Golden Skull. The judges have decided Golden Skull tattoo. You do not have what it takes to be master shop.
Sucks. For the record, I think you guys are one of the better bunches, and your report card proves it.
Please pack your machines and move out. It's time to critique your work. Clean, we'll start with you. How'd it go?
Great, man. I tried to make my new school tattoo as smooth as I could in the short amount of time.
I really like the tattoo. The illustration is strong. I like the play on the bat wings back at your adversary.
The chrome work on it is exactly what you expect to see in a really good new school tattoo.
Strong color play and very smooth, strong fades.
Thank you.
Let's talk about Clean's black and gray tattoo.
You got a lot of detail in such a small tattoo. Little details in the hands, holding onto the branch. The branch itself is detailed. And then also at the other end, a lot of detail into the face, the eyes, the fur around the head. The detail shines really strong.
Clean's tattoo is a ton of black. It's a great way to hide the fact that you don't have the finesse to show softness. It's what he always does.
Okay, it is time to critique your work. Clean.
The outline's strong and the shading's very deliberate. The skin breaks that you have in the furrowed brow really make this thing lunge forward in correspondence with the muzzle.
Clean's drawing is just a little more slick. My vote's for Clean.
Clean.
The winner of this face-off is Clean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's move on to the color realistic strawberry. Clean.
It's a really smart play. Cutting in half the strawberry, showing the inner detail looks really nice.
The light parts of the strawberry spread out through the redness on the inside, give it a little life.
I mean, I like both, but it's hard to deny that there's so much more detail in Clean's. I gotta go with Clean.
Clean.
The winner of this face-off is Clean.
Yeah.
Good job, Clean. Yeah, Clean.
Coaches, it is now time to critique your work. Let's start with Clean's design. What was your plan?
I just wanted to do something that nobody's ever seen before.
Obviously, the stencil was a definite curveball, no pun intended.
Overall, it's super clean, super saturated, great light source. You have great textures, you have great shadows. You killed it.
It is time to determine the winner of Clean's design.
Christian had to do a lot to transform that silhouette into that face. He comes close, but some of the proportions are off.
And then you look at Clean's tattoo, it really looks perfect for that design. My vote's for Clean.
Clean.
The winner of this face-off is Clean.
All right.
Now let's have a look at Christian's design. What was your plan?
Wanted to do something that I would be good at, and I've never been a huge fan of his women's faces.
Clean.
I love the hair. I like the style of the bandana. I wish the bandana was right at the brow, and then the hair went up. The head looks a little bit long.
But you got a lot of great shading in here. Technical application is really nice.
Now let's look at Clean's tattoo.
Well, it's definitely very dynamic. The way you pull off the flames and the flame over top of other flame, the transparency of the needle through the flame, this is obviously a more advanced way to pull it off. One spot where you shine is in the needles and how you portray so much black and the white highlights in the needles to really give them the texture and the look.
The thing for me that stands out the most is going to be the strong outline around the tube and the needle bar. That's what really makes this thing pop in the foreground for me. It gives it a lot more dimension.
Overall, man, I would say that this is the expert level finesse way to tattoo.
I wanted to prove a point that I could do a big, solid tattoo faster and better than anybody on that team.
All right, it's a big night here in Las Vegas. One of the coaches will settle the score and walk away with $100,000. Let's take a look. Wow.
I'm always kind of known for going big and bold, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something that was the biggest tattoo that Ink Master's ever seen. I wanted to do something that you could see from across the street, and I wanted to show that you can do a tattoo, one shot, one kill, just tattooing.
Well done, man.
It is solid from top to bottom. You do have a lot of breathability, do have a lot of open skin.
The anatomy of the snake is perfect. Every little scale has that little break in it.
This thing's massive. This is the biggest thing we've seen on Ink Master.
I was like, you know what? We're going balls to the wall.
Really nice work, buddy. Thank you. Kristen, come on up, buddy. You look at Cleans and there's just so much line work in that thing. It's massive, it's detailed. I mean, it's just all beautifully done. And I love both these tattoos too. Just if I'm looking at weight of tattoos, I gotta go with Clean Rock 1. Chris, that means it is all on you, my friend.
Man, I'm so torn. For me, it's always been the same thing, and it's been the tattoo that looks heavy. And it's just the application and what I think, for me, really holds. And as tough as this is, I'm gonna go clean.
Clean Rock 1!
Somebody wants to slam out 6 really horrible tattoos, then they can do that. That's not going to be my call.
My strategy for quality versus quantity is to do really nice, clean pieces, try to do more than one, but not overexert myself to the point where I do crappy tattoos. People seek me out for my attention to detail. A lot of my tattoos look like they're high definition. I came onto this competition to win, and I will get there any way that I have to.
You will have 3 hours to design and tattoo the twins, and your time starts now.
I know what you're gonna say. I'm prepared to do whatever you want me to do.
I'll say that me and you are tattooing.
Cool.
Sausage has to get past the fact that he doesn't want me on his team.
Draw the rows again. Really nice, clean lines, and you're still missing this line here.
I mean, come on, it's Rose.
I wish I could draw.
Team number 3, Bubba, Sausage, and Roland.
I really like this design. It's very simple, very cute. The size, very smart choice.
Your color palettes are matching. They're equally solid, equally saturated. The black shading is the only part where you can see some inconsistencies. But overall, very nicely done.
Awesome.
The judges have decided that the winner of today's Flash Challenge is... Team number 3. Yeah. Roland, Sausage, and Bubba.
Winning's everything to me. You know, at this point, I feel vindicated.
You have 6 hours to create a geometric tattoo, and your time begins now.
Come on, let's do this.
Go ahead and take the shirt off.
Doing a geometric tattoo, you have to be consistent. Perfect lines, perfect shapes, everything has to be precise or every flaw will show.
I am so stoked. Perfect.
My canvas wants concentric triangles, and he wants a lot of them.
I like that.
And then we'll just kind of continue to keep adding.
Okay.
This is a lot of tattoo in a short amount of time. All right, kiddo, are you ready for your first poke?
Yes, sir.
Sausage.
I really like the design of it. It fits really good on the body. I like the cutouts. Line work looks great overall. I think you nailed it.
You set the bar for a lot of the people to have to live up to in here as far as line work goes, because overall it's a very clean tattoo.
Before we send you back to the loft, the judges have determined the winner. Sausage and Scott, you both did impressive work today. The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Sausage. Congratulations, Sausage.
Sausage, from concept to layout to execution, all around, very nice job.
Thank you guys very, very much.
You have
have 6 hours to tattoo a lady or a gentleman, and your time starts now.
You good with this too?
Yeah. In order to create a great traditional tattoo, you have to have contrast. Contrast in tattooing really makes a tattoo come to life. Using light and dark, it's something that's gonna make that tattoo jump up off the skin.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
2 hours remain, everyone.
I wonder if Scott and Maddie were as cohesive as like what we were. The biggest thing that I'm nervous about is our tattoos matching. It's really gonna take a miracle to outshine Scott and Maddie.
Well, you guys seem to work pretty well together. I was actually extremely relieved when I got in a group with Sausage.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely not rivals, so. I think Maddie's move to pair up strong artists with weaker artists could be to neutralize the field so that while he works with the powerhouse of Scott, he's trying to guarantee himself a win.
Melissa and Sausage.
Both drawings are very nice. Really looks like this could have been drawn by the same artist.
Sausage.
One of my favorite things that you did is the collar. Just that simple bluish gray shading in there, and you used a really good color for his skin tone. It's a really nice tattoo.
Melissa.
Beautiful face, very simplified hair. That leaves me the biggest question of the day. What happened when you did the skin tone? Why are you gonna tattoo a color that's so close to her own skin? Use the skin as the tone.
You made a bad choice in the skin tone, but you really worked hard to try to come to his level. You are on your best game.
Before we send you back to the loft, the judges have determined a winner. The top 3 tattoos of the day are Maddie, Scott, and Sausage. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Sausage.
You did a great job with the contrast in it. Nice, clean tattoo, man.
Congratulations. Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a black and gray demon, and your time begins now.
Stand nice and still. Let's do it.
The difficulty in creating negative space in a black and gray tattoo is the artist understanding where the light's supposed to be and being able to do really smooth, gradual fades leading up to that light to create that nice, beautiful highlight.
Perfect.
What are your thoughts, bro?
This is not gonna work. I'm really disappointed because I really wanted that pillar.
Just the pillar, or is it everything else too? My canvas doesn't want to work with me. He doesn't give a.
This is not what we discussed at all.
It is what we discussed.
No, it's not. It's not what we discussed at all. This is not the picture.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
I will tattoo myself to stay in this competition, but the last thing I'm gonna tattoo on myself is a demon. Being a new man of faith, that goes against my religious beliefs.
When I look up pillar, there's this kind of pillar. Is this what you're kind of hoping for then too?
I was kind of hoping that you would do it.
I can't let him walk out the door.
4 hours remaining.
This is gonna kind of come in, and then everything's just gonna kind of fade off as you see it. Is that all right?
It's fine.
Work?
Yes.
Cool. Then we'll get you started, okay? You ready? Little poke.
30 minutes remain, everybody.
The guys that were up there today, they're gunning for the top people. As much as they sit here and try to throw me under the bus, I'm gonna battle my way to win. There's a couple bullies that kind of feel that if they give me enough, maybe I'll just trip and then I'll fall. But they don't realize that my history has been to take whatever is given to me and absolutely crush it. Karma's a bitch.
Sausage.
I gotta admit, when he said gargoyle, I kind of rolled my eyes like, oh boy. It just sounds so corny. When I saw it, I was pretty much blown away. There's a lot of layers to it, and it looks like stone, but it has movement and action, and the perspective is odd and different. It's pretty amazing.
Thank you.
The dynamic hand that you have in the foreground is a really nice touch. All that really heavy shading, but with the nice skin breaks, makes it very legible. It doesn't get lost in the background. Overall, man, it's a good job.
Sounds like Halo and Scott's attempt at throwing you under the bus may have backfired, huh?
I'm hoping so.
Well done, man.
Thank you.
Before we send you back to the loft, the judges have determined a winner. The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Sausage.
Great tattoo, Sausage.
Well done, man.
Thank you.
The next artist standing between you and the title is known for his technical ability and his versatility, which took him all the way to the finale in season 4.
Oh my God.
Sausage.
Get the out of here.
You set the bar as far as line work goes. Way to really be an artist.
You didn't just cookie cutter it together. This is what we were looking for.
Thank you guys very, very much. Hi, guys.
This guy's my boss. I've been working side by side with Joey and Sausage since their shop opened. This is more than just a competition at this point. It's getting personal.
I played the game with integrity. I was targeted because I was a strong competitor, and I really had to fight.
I have been nice as to you.
I'm not gonna hand you a piece that you're gonna win Tattoo of the Day with.
So this is how the game is going to be played.
Survival of the fittest.
The judges have decided. Scott, you do have what it takes to be.
You might have thought that I was nice on season 4. For season 7, watch your back. I'm gonna fight tooth and nail to get the title of Ink Master.
Welcome back, Sausage.
Thank you.
All right, guys, Jimmy Litwak challenged you to show color theory by tattooing his specialty, New School. And your time starts now.
For me, I just wanted to have a fun day. That's why I chose this particular piece.
Sausage. Little slippery ass wiener gets the best canvas pick, and I really hope he biffs it like he usually does.
Brakes on there, huh? Chain doesn't have any links, but you got some brake lines. That's more ammo to just pick on you.
Right.
I know I'm not known for New School, but you can't underestimate me.
You kicking ass, taking names, or what?
Trying to.
Here to get you $100,000.
Maddie's got a vendetta. So I'm gonna have my sights on you, and I'm gonna be firing so that you can get a taste of what it was like to be me.
Sausage.
It's a top-notch tattoo, man. The color saturation is perfect. All these little details you have in the teeth with the different color highlights, even the front fork of the bicycle has those little recessed notches for the axle plates to go through. All tattoos are far from perfect, but this one is pretty close.
The little blue outline that you put around this character, it just pops off the skin really well. In a color theory challenge, it's little details like that that really makes this thing awesome. All right, judges, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
Best final product is Sausage.
Now, my vote's for clean. It's just massive. It has everything to it. It's what Sausage did and more.
I like them both. I like both applications. I think Sausage had a little bit more breathability, which appeals to me, so I vote for Sausage. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Sausage. We gotta check out the tattoos that are happening right now. This season reignited one of the most heated rivalries this competition has ever seen. Maddie and Sausage have been tattooing head to head for the last 5.5 hours. Let's take a look at what got them to this rematch.
I thought I smelled sausage.
That slippery little wiener made it back.
You kicking ass, taking names, or what?
Trying to.
Maddie's got a vendetta. I need to come out guns blazing so that you can get a taste of what it was like to be me.
Sausage, who do you challenge to a head-to-head face-off?
I'll choose Maddie.
Ready for this?
I'm ready for this. Mano a mano.
Hey, Sausage, when we went to the finale, Twitter decided you're a better tattooer than me.
The artist who you think deserves to be in the final two is Sausage.
Well, they're not here to save you this time. Hashtag your My mouth is watering, and I only want to eat sausage.
Sausage, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
We have a rivalry. Now we're 1-1. We're tied.
All right. Yes. In the ultimate act of revenge, the winner of this rematch gets to tattoo the loser live here tonight with any design that they want. Right? Tell us what you're up to, buddy.
Just working on this big old tattoo. I've been on fire all day. There's no way this dude's gonna touch me.
Okay. Sausage, how about you, man? What are you working on?
I know you guys love it when I tattoo the beautiful ladies, so what I have here is a very beautiful, spiritual Native American woman.
All right. Well, the both of you have about 20 minutes left, all right? And the clock is ticking, so good luck. right, Maddie, let's take a look at your tattoo. Yeah, man. Come on, man. Sausage. All right, guys, your fate's about to be determined. 2 badass tattoos. Sausage, Maddie, it all comes down to this. Who thinks, by a show of volume, who thinks Sausage had the best tattoo? Okay. All right, reset. Who thinks Maddie has the best tattoo? Got it. All right, I'm gonna go to the judges. Who had the loudest applause?
It seemed like Maddie.
Really? You're crazy. He's crazy. I heard sausage. You are crazy. Wait. I gotta have it. Hold up. I gotta go with sausage on that one.
I mean, it was loud.
So you say Maddie, I say sausage. What do you say?
I say the crowd said sausage.
The crowd said sausage. There it is. There it is. The winner of the head-to-head rematch is sausage. That means, Maddie, looks like you're getting tattooed tonight, man. Looks like you're getting tattooed. And not only that, it's whatever design Sausage wants. That's gotta sting, dude.
Well, I wanted him to have a keepsake, so I felt that if he's gonna go Team Sausage, then he was gonna go Team Sausage.
Oh!
All the way.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Are you ready for that?
That's not gonna be the only bad tattoo I have.
Oh! Burn! All right, guys, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
Bob got called out on something that most people would really blunder, and he killed it.
And everything in that tattoo is cohesive and finished and applied properly. And for that reason, I'm gonna go with Bob.
And my vote is also Bob.
Congrats.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Bob. All right, artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo your state, and your time starts now.
All right, let's go.
I feel like I'm the only one over here doing color. I guess I've got my work cut out for me. And do something creative with the state instead of confining.
Love the cuts in the wood. That's really cool.
Thanks. I think it's sick. I mean, I'm from Oregon, so. I kind of am like a tool monkey. I do it all. I like to think outside the box. I like to think about what other people aren't going to think of because I know that's going to set me apart from everybody else here.
All right, guys, let's get into these blind critiques.
Let's do this. Let's go. Let's get it.
Hell yeah.
Bam.
Oh, man, the screams of doom. Time for the blind critiques. These guys had to tattoo their states.
Oh, it's mine.
I don't recognize the state, do you?
Nobody knows what Oregon looks like.
It could be Oregon.
This is a really great design. The wood grain and the textures really speaks to the artist's ability.
Cool.
Today, you had to tattoo your state. And based only on your work, each of your tattoos have been ranked by the judges. One by one, the top 12 artists will be revealed.
Okay.
If you made it into the top 12, you are safe from elimination.
Yeah.
Let's bring up the number 5 ranked tattoo.
Hell yeah.
Bob.
Bob, congratulations, West Coaster. Today, you must tattoo.
Here it comes.
A compass rose.
Oh, shit. Really? A lot of circles, a lot of tight lines. It's just a nightmare.
Unlike a vintage map, the compass rose is the part that shows you which way is north, south, east, and west. It always consists of straight lines and circles every single time.
Good luck.
All right.
What's up, brother?
Sweet.
Up this way. Let's go.
Goal is to be the best, but it's a journey, not a destination. My canvas saw what I drew up, and he wanted it on his thigh, so he can have a bigger, better tattoo. It's turning out sick. But I'm the only one in the West that predominantly does color. And of course, they're gonna throw me a black and gray piece so that I can't even use my strongest suit.
Bob, let me see this shit. That's a cool tattoo.
Well, you know, we're doing the best pieces out here.
Everybody's cruising on our side.
Today, you had to execute flawless fundamentals, tattooing a compass rose. Bob.
Man, I like your illustration. You do have some smooth technique. The shading in the leaves is really smooth.
But it's just way too crammed. It becomes just one blur.
If this tattoo was color, it'd be legible all day.
Yeah.
You have 6 hours to show your creativity with a team collaboration tattoo. Go get set up, and we'll send in your canvases. Good luck.
All right, let's do it. Let's go. I already have designs made up that nobody's seen. Like this guy right here.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Laid it all out.
With 5 of us, it's gonna be tough to all get our hands on it.
If I did the line work, it would probably benefit better.
I want to do the color.
I have nothing to prove at this moment. Having just 2 minds working on something is better than having 5. So if the boys can handle it, let them handle it.
All right, guys, let's do this.
In the first part of this tattoo marathon, each team can all tattoo, one of them can tattoo. It'll be as they see fit.
Dig it.
Having this many different cooks in the kitchen could either be the amazing meal of a lifetime or could be the worst thing you've ever tasted.
Ba-boom.
There it is.
All right, here we go.
I'm slow, but I'm not that slow.
It's not gonna be done in time. He's making it beautiful with all the blending, but it doesn't need that much blending.
If we blend too much, then it's gonna not have as much of a punch. He's going slow, like really slow. Like, I would have been done with this tattoo by now.
Let me do it then. I'm not worried about time. Let me just do it. Let me just do it.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm good. Let me
Are
just
you
do it. Let me just do it.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I already had the machine on my hands. I already had the color put, and I'm already doing this.
You want me to put the red in?
No, man. I want to do the color, and I want you guys to leave me alone. I really need them to off and let me focus.
Today, you are being tested on your creativity with a team collaboration tattoo. West, let's see what you did.
I love this drawing. The line work in this is thin, but it works for the design, but keeps it very tight. But the color in this, you do go with a few shades too many in such a little space. If you just take that one shade of green and you pound it in there, this tattoo would jump that much brighter. For something this small, a little less HD, would take you a lot further.
All right, artists, you have 6 hours to tag team tattoo. And your time starts now.
Do it. Careful when you release the skin.
It's just hard to get in there too.
I know.
So
It's not gonna be easy.
so much movement on your end.
I'm barely in here. Don't get so frustrated.
I'm not getting
Just work.
frustrated. I've been waiting the whole time.
I came here to tattoo, and I'm not even tattooing right now. I just think it's bullshit.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, I don't think any of us are going home.
Killed it.
The mysterious woman in the cloak with the heart? I don't think that's overplayed yet. It's probably like 10 people shy of it being overplayed.
There you go.
I just love the creativity about it.
Today, you had one last chance to prove your creativity with a tag team tattoo. The team with the best tattoo of the day will be safe from elimination along with the Midwest. West, you're up.
The tattooing overall on this thing is spectacular.
The shining moments in this tattoo are definitely the smoothness and the folds of the cloak. This deliberate shading in the face where you just go super dark and just fade right out the skin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to the West.
Thank you.
Congratulations, West. You are safe from elimination. Please have a seat.
All right.
Artists, you have 6 hours to create a schematic tattoo. And your time starts now.
Let's do this. Ooh, that's a cool piece. Thank you. When I saw everybody else, I was like, oh, I could have done this a lot easier. Damn it. That's not who I am. I've been obsessed with robots since I was a kid, and I do a lot of biomechanical that involves a lot of robotic structures and stuff. This is a total shoo-in for me. Almost there with the lines. Like some dots and stuff left. Oh, son of a bitch. Every 3 dots I do blow out. Every other line I do blows out. I don't understand what's going on.
Am I sitting okay for you? Any issues?
Oh, yeah, you're sitting great. Yeah. It's just like I'm a perfectionist. This is a disaster. I am scared shitless right now. We're all done.
Bob drew his completely by hand, but there's like a buttload of blowouts.
Don't stress something you can't control now.
I know.
Yeah, it's
well,
done.
You're going home, Bob.
I know.
It's not over till it's over. We don't know that yet. Who knows? Jason could have not done schematic at all.
Today, you are being tested on legibility with schematic tattoos. Let's see how you did. Bob.
This is the best drawing of the day, man. I love all the pieces coming apart and going different directions and showing different angles, but I lost count of blowouts on this thing, like 40-something.
I felt like I just had no control over it blowing out or not. I could go like less than a millimeter in touching the skin and it would just blow out immediately.
Blown out or not, I would wear that thing. It's badass. Artists, you have 6 hours to show consistency by tattooing the elements. And your time starts now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all doing a color in the flame. All of our containers are gonna be black and gray. And the light, the fire is gonna be colored. I know you don't like it, but it's gonna be more cohesive. Yeah. And that's the name of the challenge.
I don't think that looks better with that color.
But it will if all 4 of them have it.
The black and gray looks sick.
Good boy, Bob.
No blowouts?
No.
Holding up my name, you know.
Blowout Bob over here. Gotta keep him on tight watch.
I cannot have any blowouts. I have to show them the last week was a fluke. That shit doesn't happen.
Today, you had to prove your consistency by creating multiple tattoos on the same canvas as a team. Let's see how you did. West, you had fire. You're up. Bob.
It's definitely a cool take. It's something we haven't seen in the competition before.
And the contrast between your black and gray element and your color element stands strong.
Thank you.
Kill it, man. Thanks.
How did the West do in terms of consistency?
These pieces do all seem to go together, but as far as like application, the consistency is all over the place here.
Is there a second team that showed consistency?
Speaking to quality and theme, the West does some really slick tattoos. My vote is for the West.
Congratulations. That means the West is also safe from elimination.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo neon lights. And your time starts now.
All right.
Let's do this.
Bro, can I turn real quick? I'm sorry.
My canvas can't sit still. He's just moving around, tossing and turning.
Damn, my bad, Bob.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Told you, just get the head. It'll be done faster.
If this guy doesn't sit very well, then I'm gonna have patchy saturation in my black. And therefore, it's not gonna have a very bright effect.
Just that one part hurts.
Don't lie, it's the whole tattoo that hurts.
Okay, Bob, you got me. You got me. Today, you are being tested on contrast with neon light tattoos. Let's see how you did. Bob.
You definitely get a glow effect, but why wouldn't you use a more legible dragon figure shape? The weird grizzly bear standing dragon position is very awkward.
Artists, you have 6 hours to prove adaptability as a team. And your time begins now.
Cool. Let's do this. Go.
All right. Today, each artist on the hour will switch, and they have to pick up where the last guy left off.
You got 3 people tattooing you today.
Oh, we're gonna try and make it an easy one.
These artists have to show adaptability by not seeing transitions from artist to artist. It has to be seamless. That makes this extremely difficult for anybody who's a weak link.
Yeah, I did have one other drawing. Crazy spider.
We don't have anything simpler than that.
It's not that complex.
It's super complex.
At this point in the competition, just doing the ask is not enough. You have to go above and beyond and show that you are a real threat.
Is there any way I could talk you out of doing those polka dots on the side?
That's gonna make it look real plain.
Give me a little game plan with your spider.
Work on the tongue first. So this is the purple that you're gonna use right here, but then mix it with white. Make sure the purple is lighter than the blue. All these areas are dark red. Mix black with this red, kind of like blend it in with like this lighter red.
Oh my God. This spider drawing is cool, but it is bonkers.
And then all these tiny little...
You can't micromanage every detail of a tattoo when you're sitting across the room. You gotta let go, buddy.
Today, you had to prove your adaptability, tattooing multiple tattoos in multiple styles as a team. West, you're next. What styles did you choose?
We did lettering, black and gray realism, American traditional, and an illustrative piece.
Let's have a look at the illustrative tattoo.
I love the design. I don't like the tattooing. There's a lot of color play here that is just strange, and because there's no real heavy black, it looks dull. It looks like an old tattoo. You guys missed a great opportunity with a great drawing.
Let's talk about the West overall as a team.
There's a lot of lack of adaptability in all of the tattoos.
Artists, you have 6 hours to create a new school food tattoo. And your time begins now.
Cool, let's do this. Dude, I love this thing.
I'm super excited. I've been waiting for my chance to draw something and show that I'm an artist here.
Why are you tattooing it right there, Bob? Well, you know, sometimes people lie to you, Frank. Kind of what it feels like.
Once we got it off the ribs, that was a huge win in my boat.
I gotta do a couple little bits here and there.
Midwest thought they had me, but it's a curse of the Golden Skull.
Today, you had to show color theory with a new school food tattoo. Bob.
All right, let's talk about it. The design is cool, but your color palette and these colors put together is where your composition takes a turn.
The red and the tomatoes and the green and the lettuce, bright. The rest of the tattoo is just all the same muted tones throughout. This whole tattoo is camouflaged like crazy.
That was a tough one.
All right, artists, you have 6 hours to create a pinup tattoo, and your time starts now.
All right, brother. Let's do this. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. You know, I was trying to take it easy on you because it was a rib piece that we're trying to get done. And normally take multiple sessions on those.
I didn't come into this competition to show that, like, I can tattoo a thigh every day. I'm gonna show them that I can tattoo any part of the body.
It'll be grand once it's done. It'll be worth every second of pain.
Today, you had to show artistry, tattooing a pinup. Let's see how you did. Bob.
This tattoo is really clean for the ribs. Your outline on this is very nice. I like the divot in the center of the arm, and I really love the helmet. Nice light, dark black shaded on the bottom.
Good job, Bob.
Thanks. Keep them coming, Frank.
The style battles are set. You'll have 6 hours to tattoo. Your canvases are open and have been randomly assigned. But there is one more thing that you should know.
There's always one more thing.
Your tattoos must speak for themselves because today, all of your tattoos will be judged blind.
It's gonna be a fun one. True battle. That's big.
Fail to win your head-to-head face-off, and you will be up for elimination.
Good luck.
Good luck. Head to your shops. Good luck.
Let's do this, bro. What are you doing? No, I'm not showing you, dude. It's gonna be a surprise.
Hope you're not surprised, Bob, to take you out on your own style, man.
Jarrell looked me dead in the eyes when he picks biomech. I can't back down from a call-out that blatant. But honestly, I don't do biomech in a 6-hour time frame. It takes time.
His ego's gonna just gonna go right out the window.
It's a lot of pressure on me right now because if somebody calls me out on something that I do every day, I have to excel at that shit.
He has to be simplistic as because it takes Bob 20-something hours to do bio. I can tattoo faster than Bob. I don't need to go as basic, and I'm not going to. I'm glad we completely took different directions on it.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna win though, so.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah.
I do this shit every day. The other guy that signed his own death sentence, he doesn't have a chance.
Here we go, dude.
There you go. All right, today the artists are facing off in a head-to-head style battle, and we're judging these things blind.
I know I'm in trouble, but that's obvious.
Let's see how they did. Let's have a look at the biomech face-off.
That one's mine.
This has a very strong bio look to it. There's some really nice solid color in this.
It's missing a major component.
Black.
Heavy black. It's just so washed out and pale.
I had 6 hours to do a biomech tattoo.
Today, you had to face off in a head-to-head style battle. Each of your tattoos have been ranked by the judges. Win your style battle, and you'll be safe from elimination. Lose, and you could be packing your machines. Half of you will be up for elimination, and 2 of you will be going home.
That's tough.
It's time to reveal the winner of each style battle, Jarrell and Bob. You faced off tattooing biomech. Let's see who won this style battle.
That was mine.
Bob, congratulations.
Thank you.
Jarrell, what happened here with this tattoo?
She let me tattoo her for about 3 hours and so, and then she just quit.
That is one of the breaks in this competition, man. You took a bad one here.
If Jarrell would have been able to completely finish his tattoo, it might have been a different outcome.
I mean, I don't feel like I earned it by any means.
All right, Bob, congratulations. Please have a seat.
Sorry.
Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a black and gray realistic U.S. landmark. And your time starts now.
Let's do this.
Okay. Have a seat.
Let's put that stencil.
You got Bob doing the entire layout of the Hoover Dam. I'm not worried about a thing today.
So they wanted to see, right?
Yeah.
Realism is a time-consuming process. I don't do realism, so I'm trying to race through these last little details.
I don't even know if I'm gonna even put any of the gesture lines because of all the rocks and stuff. It just kind of simplified everything else.
Also, I still have the face of the dam to shade, which is the most important part because that is the monument. If I don't shade the monument, then I am screwed.
Today, you had to show smooth shading tattooing a black and gray realistic U.S. landmark. Let's see how you did. Bob.
The problem is it's such an immense structure that anywhere there is detail is going to be so tiny when you show the whole thing.
I realized that when I got down to doing it.
Did you ever consider not putting the top on and just working up to the rim of the dam?
But it does have those towers, and I didn't want to like omit something that makes it what it is.
Your one area of really nice shading is the face of the dam. Your rocks look really nice on the lower sections. The top just has an unfinished look. I respect your moxie to go for it, but the top of this tattoo is a pretty big miss.
All right, artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo another artist's line drawing. And your time starts now.
What do you mean, bro?
What are you drawing?
Don't worry about it. It's gonna be some biomech shit.
The real drawing battle is going to be between Jimmy and Hiram.
I want to give him something that has a lot of lines. One of these. Yes. Some devious shit, buddy.
And me and Jarrell.
Jarrell's not gonna know what hit him.
I think Jarrell's going to shit his pants when he sees this drawing.
This is what you get when you challenge me, Jarrell.
All right, Bob.
What'd you make for me?
Tried to give you something cool and creative.
Oh, rad.
Nothing boring with that.
What? This is so sick.
Bob is my teammate, so I'm going to give him everything that I can for him to succeed. I'm giving him the shading reference.
I've colored it like a million different ways.
So cool.
Kill it, Bob.
All right, let's see this shit.
Cooked you up something special.
What the is it?
It's going to be savage as
What the is it?
You said you wanted to do biomech, so I cooked up some biomech for you,
I
man.
hardly. Oh my God.
Well, have fun with that one.
Get the out of here. What'd you get?
What's that?
I don't know.
Love you, Jarrell.
No, that's not love, Bob.
Jarrell, you crushing it over here?
Yeah.
It's obviously a design meant for color. I mean, you probably didn't put in all the lines.
No, I did.
Oh, you did? You put them all in? Oh, I didn't expect you to go that route.
He's shading it completely different than I would. He's doing colors that are completely different than I would. I mean, it sucks to suck, Jarrell.
Look at you, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Look what happens when Angel does my drawing.
I know, right? They turn out pretty cool.
This week, you're being tested on your versatility. You'll be judged not only on your tattoo, but also on your line drawing. Before we critique your work, there is one more thing you should know.
Of course there is.
You called out an artist, and that artist had to tattoo your line drawing. But you'd better hope you didn't dish out more than you can handle.
What does that mean?
Because each of you must tattoo your own line drawing.
What?
Holy shit.
Man, make your design glow. Outdo the person that did your design. Show us why you drew it and what it really is supposed to look like.
Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo your own line drawing. And your time starts now.
Cool. All right, cool. Let's do this.
Spot's the worst right there. There's one spot every time you hit my leg twitches.
There's a couple spots.
The canvas is moving around, jerking around, twitching. Just because my canvas is in pain doesn't mean I can have an unfinished tattoo and let Jarrell beat me at what I'm good at. No. This is my shit.
What's up? I mean, look at all your lines, Bob.
They look great.
Anybody can pull a line on a thigh, Bob.
Look at that secondary light source. What? It's all right. Coming over here talking shit.
I can be successful no matter what is thrown my way. That's just showing versatility right there.
This week, you had to prove your versatility by tattooing someone else's line drawing and your own design. Let's see how you did. Bob, you had to tattoo Angel's line drawing.
You do a great job figuring out what colors you wanted to really make that thing jump off the skin.
I love that salmon-y kind of tone pushing out into the green.
I love your take on the mouse and how little hints of color actually makes that mouse whiter. For me, Bob's pops off the skin a little bit more.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at Bob's design that he made for Jarrell.
The amount of layering that you get from the pink overlay of the piece coming out of the top of the claw to then using a richer pink and then a lighter pink behind it and then coming with the deeper red behind that. It's monochromatic, but it shows depth and layering. You do a really nice job on this tattoo.
I applaud you for designing this because anybody who gets your tattooed is instantly thrown a versatile challenge. The judges have decided the best tattoos of the day go to Bob. Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a portrait of a senior citizen. And your time starts now.
Let's do it. Okay, come on.
So excited.
Is it looking like 100 grand?
Yeah, trying to make it look like 100 grand.
I'm not a portrait artist. I've only done maybe 5 portraits in my life, so I'm just winging it.
How's it looking?
Everybody's doing good.
That's good.
To be honest, I'm worried about me.
Really? Shut the up.
I'm gonna have to finish before I want.
Today, you had to tattoo portraits of senior citizens, and you were being tested on precision. Bob.
Instead of having darks and lights flow across the contours of the face, you pick out the dark spots of the tattoo and you just hit the dark spot. You create spots across the forehead, you create spots through the chin, and the area that's the mustache is literally just a few dozen spots.
It has more of a cheetah pattern than a hair pattern.
The fact that his head's like this and he's a heavy-set guy puts the weight of his neck on his shoulder. So tilting him changed the shape.
I'm not a photorealism expert. I'm not like a black and gray artist. I wanted to put as many precise details as I could in there. I lined up the eyes. I tried to get his expression as good as I could.
Okay, artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a Japanese crane. And your time starts now.
You all right?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are really confused right now, like we have to do Japanese tattoos.
They didn't really specify if they wanted it traditional or not, because the tattoos are a little bit different than the art.
They only said Japanese crane, and the only reason that they said it's Japanese is to determine what type of crane that we were gonna be tattooing. It doesn't make it a Japanese tattoo. I feel like I really targeted the people that I wanted to target. I could definitely kill 2 cranes with 1 stone here.
Today, you are being tested on composition, tattooing Japanese cranes. Let's see how you did. Bob.
As far as the drawing goes of the 2 birds, the illustration, the line drawing, I like it. This murky, muddy, dark green kills this thing.
I did have problems putting that one color into the skin.
The way you end the tattoo is beautiful. How solid that blue is your biggest problem in the tattoo because that bright blue outdoes everything. Great drawing today, but you had technical problems.
Artists, this is it. You have 6 hours to tattoo, and your time starts now.
All right, I'll have you stand.
Every view of a lionfish is a hard view of a lionfish. Just look at the anatomy of that thing. It's just a camouflage piece of seaweed.
Let the fun begin.
I'm screwed right now. I have to learn a new technique in tattooing. I've never done any fine line black and gray in my life.
Mastering a technique, you know, at the same time as tattooing it is a pain in the ass.
Do you feel confident about this one?
I don't know. It's kind of intimidating.
Today, your opponents called the shots. 3 of you will move on to the finale, and 2 of you will be packing your machines. Let's see how you did. West, start with you. Bob.
For a single needle tattoo with no other shader, you do a really clean take on this thing.
It has a roundness to the body of the shape, and it's because that highlight you left through the stripes and how rich the darkness gets. You totally kill it in this tattoo, man.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. It's a rough one you guys threw at me.
All right, guys, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
Bob got called out on something that most people would really blunder, and he killed it.
And everything in that tattoo is cohesive and finished and applied properly. And for that reason, I'm gonna go with Bob.
And my vote is also Bob.
Congrats.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Bob.
Wow.
And you were worried.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Bob. You have earned the first spot in the finale.
Shit. Look at you, dude.
Oh my God. I'm really happy right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.